Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order the regular council meeting of September 19th. Those that choose to do so, please stand for the pledge and invocation. Teresa, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Sure. Father, we come before you in the name of Jesus, and Father, we give you thanksgiving and praise for this evening, and thank you for the ones that's gathered here in the chambers, and thank you for the ones that's gathered at online, Father. And Father, I just pray that you'll just lead and guide and just direct us and give us wisdom in all things and show us the right paths and the right decisions to make. And I just pray that we'll just be led by your Holy Spirit, and we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Would you lead us in the pledge, Francis?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, welcome, everyone. Good to see everyone out.
Thank you.
If we would, we'll let the record reflect the council is in full attendance. I'd like to go ahead and let our representatives speak for a moment, if they choose to do so. Mr. Rowe?
Thank you, Mayor. It's always a privilege to come here. Maybe a little report on paint. I talked with DEP and I talked with Cal. Substance chemical was a coconut. They say that it poisons all of the fish, all the wildlife, but that it's washing out. That it's not water soluble. I got this from he said it's not water soluble, so it won't go down into the ground. First, they told people it was not a good start. The ones that were deep drilled wells were all right, but the ones that were dug and close to the surface, the Paint Creek watershed is not a great watershed. Anyway, they will but the DNR that does the stocking and management then on my side of it, we had flooding, but they're digging out on Campbell's Creek. Hughes Creek had a bridge that the highway department is helping because the deck is fine, they just need a new embutment for it. And highway says that that's so close to the road that they're going to rebuild that they think they can rock it right. We're still waiting on FEMA declaration because we have so much public damage and private. And that FEMA is looking at all the flooding that has been studied as multiple events. Yeah, there's no question. We don't have a FEMA. And then in Rand, we have water flow. But what I wanted to mention to you all, there's a demolition program that DEP has. They have $10 million. County Commission has set aside, I don't remember how many $1 million, $1.5 million or something. But they have, it's limited in number how many they can tear down. But DEP's got a $10 million program, and they're being very informed. He said, we don't have a form application, just an email or a cover letter identifying the place and structures to come down and the value. You get a sense that it's so casual that maybe first come, first serve. One thing he said, he said they don't really want to just sort of put a nice green grassy flat lot here and there in town. We want to have an impact. And I've encouraged him to help smaller towns. Some of the small towns really don't have the grant writers. They don't have the make it work, but they've got ISO. My point is, I think we need to focus on those kinds of communities that aren't even where I live in all of them. Still, you kind of get lost. But I'm hoping that they will either have a special consideration for smaller and literally towns and cities. They can have a great impact.
Yeah.
I think the county commission, at least for private demolition, they have to pay half of the price. I don't know if they're requiring that council. that he said that either had to come down or had to have. But, you know, y'all have particular eyesores. This is commercial. And I think this is a good time to play.
Add to our list.
And then I would be remiss if I didn't plug the tourism factor here. Moving along, I think you all said that we did have a presentation. I met with the Fayette County Commission, they're on board, they were not, pretty quiet. And Canal was sort of tapping their fingers like, well, are we the only ones doing this? Because the development board, but a lot of northern Fayette County, which they don't, you know, if you live in Fayette County, it's either the plateau or elsewhere, then will be included in all. And I would just say that I think it's got lots of possibilities. Wouldn't it be something like 2,000 feet entertainment venue on one of these mountains? You know, you all are well situated front end of it. Yeah. And you also have a lot of river.
Yeah.
That's good. Don't forget the rich. There are all kinds of things there. ATV, mountain biking. If we can get water and sewer on top of this place, lodges, camps, all kinds of things. All happen. Key is probably going to be infrastructure. Yeah, you all, I think you had a big grant for water and sewer. We've got to get that money over here.
Right.
Anything I can do to help, I'm happy to letter, calls, whatever. I candidly do not really understand the infrastructure. A lot of money that's going through the water development. That was really crazy. I still don't understand how people get bigger.
Okay.
Water and
Absolutely.
sewer is.
Yeah.
We can't do anything. Somebody said, well, who's gonna be spending all this money? Who's gonna be doing it? It's private enterprise. I hope it's not government.
Right.
I'm hoping it's private enterprise. We don't have. Anyway, nice to see you guys.
Thank you.
Great town.
Thank you,
Can
sir.
I ask a question? It's not about this, but, I know I've talked about it in many meetings. Our police departments in most of the small communities, when they're, out, a lot of the people they're dealing with is drug addicts and mental health issues. And I know they used to have the CARES program years ago. I don't even think that's even a thing anymore in Charleston. But is there any way you could help us try to find something, some kind of program, or, you know, set up that if they have an issue, somebody could come in and deal with it rather than the police officers? That's not in their realm. I'm just trying to find something.
That's a direct question in the state troopers questionnaires for the election. You know, what do we do about it? Clearly, police officers does not be handle all. We turned all the folks who really have mental problems out of institutions on the street. It was right to get them out of the institution. It appears that with homelessness, that there are people who merely don't have a home. You can get them in a home and they stabilize them. But you still have the police responsibility. What I put in my questionnaire, I think that crime, addiction, something that could be treated. If we, our society, changed our attitude, then we would also policing. It's not what they do. They are.
Yeah.
You're identifying the big problem. I think it's very badly created.
I've read in other states where they've got some kind of programs like that when a police officer, I mean, it's in bigger cities, have issues like that, they come in. Because I know something that our officers are talking a lot about is actually meth psychosis. Like, they've done drugs so much that they literally have, it's eat away their brain, and they are mentally ill from the drugs. But if you could, you know, nudge the governor, or,
Some,
you
because
know,
there definitely is
hit the nail on the
nothing,
head
I've,
on that one.
yeah, because I've been even
It's
looking
strangling,
myself.
Charles. They're hurt. And I attend St. It's so difficult.
yeah.
We had an office executive. Oh, he said, all right, here, push them to the town where they do have. Less likely. But out here, there's no services. There's nothing.
Charleston pushes them our way.
They're pushing this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this was a deputy. The county's approach is.
I think everybody's pushing them, you know, trying to push them everywhere else.
In some places where you have people who are not overwhelmed with milk, just having a place, small house. Problem is that people come in and get
Oh, yeah.
small houses. Good solution. Folks who just need it.
I think a lot of our area is not necessarily just homeless. I think majority of our area is drug issues, mental health issues. And, you know, we need more drug.
And it's really a statewide problem, really.
It's a call all over. It's
It
really
is.
bad, but as you point out, the training and the preparation and the work that the police officers do has nothing to do with all the work that they've done. The rest of it, I think probably ring. I'm thinking, is this guy
Maybe
worse
not.
off or not?
Not necessarily. Usually, if they take them down, a lot of times they're beating them back to town.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, our officers of times have had to arrest some stuff, and we, you know, and citizens don't think that we're doing anything, and they're back out in 2 hours.
Well, I heard shocking. Jail. You can guess how many people are processed through the jail. 40,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
40,000. A lot of people are talking about it.
and that's not where they need to be.
No. It's a social problem.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. We had a message that the mic's cutting out. If maybe, just,
Pick it up.
I would pick it up.
Pick it
Yeah,
up.
thank you.
I don't think it's on.
Is it
It
on?
may not
Is it
be on. There you go.
Now it's on.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry,
No,
I
no,
didn't
thanks.
have any idea. But I'm pretty well done, unless you all, do you have another question? That was right, that was spot on.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
No, that's where we are.
Yeah.
We've just got to do that. And it's a growing problem, and, you know, anyway.
No, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all, I appreciate you.
Sure. Later, after we do the minutes, you know, let them come talk from the green,
Oh, yeah,
green-
sure, sure. Yeah, Mr. Henders, did you want to say something, or?
What's up? Over there.
Yeah.
You ready for my solo?
Uh,
I look around here and I know the majority of you folks, and like I say, everybody, as I was in the parade, they said, you know, there's the Marmot meat man. And I worked for Kroger for 40 years. I've been in this area my whole life. And I decided to run for the House of Delegates for the reason of when I was in your seat in the town of Chesapeake, very seldom did people like Mr. Rowe ever come to a meeting. Very seldom. And when they went to a one-seat district, single-seat district for District 52, which is from 52nd Street and Canal Street to Montgomery, and I said, you know, I thought to myself, if I can help the Upper Canal Valley, now's going to be the time. So, you know, and I want you to think back, give you a little history question here. When was the last person that actually lived in the Eastern Canal Valley served in the House of Delegates? It was late 70s, early 80s. It would have been Leo Kopelman of East Bank. It's been a long time. We need to change that, and I just ask you for your vote. I'm a conservative voter, I'll tell you that. And I think I align more so with the values of the Upper Kanawha Valley than my opponent. So remember me. Right, you know, if anyone wants a brochure, I'll give you a brochure. You can look it over and read about me, or ask any of these fine folks. I know a lot of them. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you, sir.
And you want to introduce?
Um,
We have a couple other guests here that might like to speak. BJ?
Sisters Greenhouse, would y'all like to go ahead and come up? That way you're not here all night.
Well, I'm Kathy Chapman. Oh, sorry. I'm Kathy Chapman, and this is my sister, Patricia Beckner. And together, we are Sisters Greenhouse. And we were here because we wanted to talk to you all about maybe providing some flowers for Marmet for the fall season. Someone came and approached us about possibly doing some flowers for you guys. So we brought a few things just to see if,
Is that you?
you know, if you might be interested in some of our fall things. We are a partnership business, and I'm half and she's half, so this is it for the business. We are located at 103 Sept Lane on Route 94. We're a mile from Marmet. And we have two greenhouses there we operate. We have an 18 by 68 and a 36 by 80 foot greenhouse on site. And we try to have it's a small business, and we try to have a personal relationship with the people that we deal with, and we try to sort of cater to our customers. We do raise a lot of plants in the spring. This is our first venture in fall. So we were actually pretty pleased with how things turned out. We were taught by someone that's been in the business for a long time. So we took notes, and we got down and we done it this fall. So we were told that possibly there's a possibility you might be interested in getting $400 worth of fall plants. So we just wanted to bring a variety to give you an idea of maybe what you could purchase. Now, we did go out and we measured today the areas that we thought that you're interested, where to put them, like on the upper end, where like the Kroger's end, at the rec center, and then down on the other end. We brought this one basket, and that we had two of those planters. And we didn't know if you might be interested in something like that for City Hall. I understand you actually cannot plant here. There's just really nowhere to, ground-wise, to be able to plant anything. So that's an option that we, thought maybe you might want to be interested in. But that would still give you 31 combinations or 31 mums. We brought some of our mums, and we brought celosas, which are the colored. Our mums haven't opened up yet. Most of them are still in the bud stage, which is good, for right now. And then we do have some cabbages and kales that turn after the frost starts. And they're real pretty plants, too. But all our plants we're selling for $10, so you could get a combination. And we did work it up, and 31 mums plus the planters would actually work out really well for the spaces you have. Or if you would choose that you would want 40 pots. You've got the veterans down there that has a little place, or you can plant some here in containers. It would be up to your discretion what you would like.
Yeah.
What y'all want to do?
Didn't we approve before?
Yeah.
If
One of the reasons I had been speaking with them is I didn't know what you all wanted, so I was just meeting. We need to see if you're in her seat now, Brian may be deaf.
Sorry.
We need some help with getting the plants to dirt, because this cost is not the cost, it doesn't include any labor for these ladies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna need to decide whether we're gonna be able to get some help, someone up there to take that dirt. The dirt in there is probably not ideal
Right.
for planting.
You really do need to consider putting in new dirt. By putting new dirt in there, then you're going to be okay for several years. I mean, it's an investment, but it's a one-time investment for several years.
Whether Tommy would have the time, or if Brian had someone that has the time, because this would have to be done very soon, because as you see, the plants are going to be
Right.
ready to be
Yeah.
planted, but the dirt needs to be prepared
Right.
first. And we hadn't talked anything about that aspect.
Right, and I wanted to meet with someone, like from the Women's Club and some different places to see if you can get support. Unfortunately, who knows what the weather's gonna be for fall. It could be just totally dry, it could be wet all the time, so. But if it is dry, then you are gonna need, someone to water them and stuff to keep them. You won't have to as much in the ground, but you still will have to water them some during dry spells.
And they do need water.
Yes, mums like water. We will just tell you that. That's the first thing we've learned. Mums love water. And we also, as far as like for springtime, we're available to work with the town. This is our town too. We actually do not live in city limits, and our greenhouse is not in city limits. But this is our town. So, we've tried to help in the past. We've donated, like, down to the veterans, the red, white, and blue baskets that hung there. We actually done the baskets the last year for the town. So, we're open to working with the town and doing what we can
I appreciate
to
it.
support.
They've been very generous to donate the flowers that are in the park out front and the ones at the rec building. And last year they did the same. They brought up a lot of flowering plants and donated.
We do. We try to donate. What we have, we order a year ahead.
Yeah.
We're just now placing our orders for next year. So, when we have excess stuff, we really don't want to have to throw it away.
Sure.
So we try to donate to all the nursing homes in the area. We go to Cedar Grove and Marmette. We go to Madison, different areas. And we like to donate to the towns, so.
And individual.
Right, and people.
Yeah.
We send stuff to shut-ins a lot, and stuff. So even that's something, if you've got shut-ins in the town, we can work something out. If someone can pick something up, drop it off, we're open for that.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for us?
Tomorrow I can call you and give you Terry's telephone number. She's the president of the Women's Club, but serving as vice president, I feel pretty confident, yes, we'll be glad to help you.
Okay.
And we can free Tommy up. I mean, this is suited for him, definitely,
We don't. We might have access to some pro bales. That's what we use. We use Pro Mix, but we get it like in the 70-pound compressed bales. The one issue with dirt for us has been availability this year. Right. We do have some, but, we possibly could share some of that. We actually don't know what's out there for next year until we place this order. But, we probably.
I got a lot of
can help you
elementary
out
school
with
kids
that.
like go digging.
Yeah, there you go.
We actually have some, like I said, we've ordered, and we have a little bit left over, but, we may be able to help you with that and just, be able to use some of that. We'll know by the end of the week, we would know that.
Well, do we want to set a budget? of
Yeah,
how
I'll let
much?
Ruth know.
Oh,
I mean,
I
what do you
don't think
think?
you have to. I mean, we've already approved, what,
I'll
400?
look at-
Yeah.
Do you like those?
Mhm.
You
They're
like
nice.
those?
Yeah, they go out front. Those are really bright.
Right.
And the dirt, we just.
What do you think,
about
Ed? What do you think?
So,
I'm fine with anything as long as it's pretty.
Yeah.
And really get a little bit of color.
Yeah,
I-
we still do the $400 because we've
Yeah.
already approved that, so.
Right.
And we're open to recommendations, because I know some plants like more sun, some
Right.
like more shade, so some of it is depending on where we're sticking and what is gonna be
Right.
suitable for
And we
that.
usually work with people for that.
Yeah.
We have customers that come in and say, hey, I've got this flower bed that's so and so long and wide, and, one of it gets shade, one sun. So we're pretty used to working with people for that now.
Yeah, so it'd be kinda hard to say what exactly, because I don't know where all we're.
Right, there are
That's
some
their job.
flowers that will work
Yeah.
either way, but there's some flowers that just absolutely will not.
Right.
And we don't like to sell people stuff that we know they're putting it someplace it's not suited for.
Yeah.
We decided if we were going to do this, which I don't know why we decided that some days, on those really hot days and really dry days, but we decided if we were going to do it, we wanted to do it right, and we wanted to have a good business and a personal business, so.
Yeah.
We have to fill the dirt mixer.
Yes, yes, we use a cement mixer for our dirt.
Yeah, yeah,
Pretty
I don't know about
hands-on.
everybody else, but as long as it's pretty and it's suitable where it's at, I'm good with it.
Yeah, mums are pretty versatile. They like sun,
Thanks.
but they can take some shade also.
Okay,
They just really like water, so
yeah.
I think we mentioned water.
I have one flower bed, but I do not swear that I got a green thumb, so.
Any other questions or anything?
No, I think we can proceed, and I appreciate it, ladies.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next item on the agenda is the approval of the August 15th, 2022 regular meeting minutes. Is that everyone had a chance to review, and are there
Yes.
any changes?
None that I see.
Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is the report from our accountant. Roger?
Good evening. I'm Roger Townsend, the town treasurer, and tonight I'll be doing the report for the second month in the fiscal year of 2023, ending in August 31st, 2022. BJ reversed it on me here. I've got the income statement first. We'll go over it.
Way to go.
Sorry. For the month of August, for the income, we ended with $26,706 for this year compared to last year's $82,928. I do want to point out, though, as you look at a lot of the taxes are zero. There was actually taxes that were brought in, but from the accounting standpoint, we had accruals from year end, so those were reversed back out, so that's why a lot of them are zero. But from the actual cash standpoint, we did actually get the cash. So, and then if you go on to page 2, the expenditures for the month were $86,177, which was about 11,000 below last year. And if you look for the year ending, we've had 216,000, which is about 5,000 above last year. All in all, we're pretty much running about the same as we were last year. But the town's still in good shape. Now, if we go to the last page with the balance sheet, we'll go over the account balances for the general fund, the main checking. We have $174,759. And in the Labor Day account, we have $9,344. Coal severance, we have $10,908. And in the special projects, under the Board of Treasury Investments, we have $134,441. Stabilization, also in the Board of Treasury Investments, we have $225,022. Parks and Recreation, we have $17,164. Municipal Court, we have $19,876. Special Police, we have $16,906. Garbage and Sewer account, we have $32,215. ARPA funds, we have $298,840 left. And in contributions, which is also in BTI, we have $14,185.
Okay.
And I might add that I'm also working on the 2022 Public Service Commission report, and it's due the end of the month. We have to submit it either at least by the end of the month or the 1st of October. I think on the agenda later on is the audit on the acceptance of the bid, and any questions?
Yeah, actually, that's next, Roger, if you want to just hang out. See. Any questions for Roger on the financials?
yet.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Appreciate it, Ron. Oh, here's these stubs from the checks, too. Thanks. Okay, next on the agenda is the acceptance of a bid for our 3-year audit 2019, 20, and 21. Recorder fund, Albert.
This was the only one we were able to even get. Nobody was,
Correct.
nobody responded, like you
Yeah.
said, because we're just, it's such a small job. Do I need to-
Roger can explain a little bit what he had gone through, just for the record.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just a little background. The state auditor's office puts out a CPA list of approved CPA firms that are approved through their office to do audits for local municipalities. Well, on that list, there's, I don't know, about 5 pages, probably maybe 30 to 40 CPA firms. A lot of them are out of town. I would say there's less than 10 that are probably within the driving area of Marmet. So I did send them out to, I think it was either 10 or 11 that I sent out to. As BJ said, we only received the one from Farrar and Associates. As many of y'all know, I have my own company. I work for some other municipalities in the area. Farrar has done all the audits I've ever had for any of my clients, and they're the only company I get to bid.
And we had it in the paper as well.
And we had it in the paper as well. I did get, now the auditor requests or suggests that you get at least 3 bids. So I was able to get 2 no bids. A lot of the, like, couple of the bigger firms, it's just, as Dave said, it's smaller and it's just not worth their time to bid on it, but they will give you a no bid. So I was able to get 2 no bids, which we will send along with Farrar's to get it approved by the CPA firm. Now, as this goes on, what we do is, once you all approve this, we will send it all to the auditor's office. They review it all, send it back to us, say, yes, you're approved. Farrar, we'll send it to Farrar, they'll sign it, then we'll set dates for them to come in and review the 3-year. And I'll be going through, Mayor wants me to go through the records for the 3 years, even though I wasn't here, but I'll work with Ruth, make sure we have all the supporting documentation we need for those 3 years. And we're hoping we got a qualified opinion.
Correct.
We're hoping to get it to an unqualified, which is your best opinion. So all in all, we're probably looking, I know Farrar stays pretty busy. I would say we'd be looking to get it, or lucky to get it by probably the end of the calendar year. And maybe even into maybe January, February.
Okay.
Based on their schedule.
Okay.
But, so it won't be like October.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I mean,
long as we're in
hopefully
compliance.
we won't drag it on, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
get it as quickly, hopefully we can get on their schedule and get it done as quickly as possible. And then we'll be up to date. Like I said, hopefully we can get an unqualified opinion. I mean, there was really no major issues with the other audit. It was just some technical things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, of course, you know, we've hired Tracy now, so some of the segregation of duties hopefully will not. Most small municipalities, there's only a clerk, so you get segregation of duties because that person is opening the mail, preparing a deposit, and depositing it. So, you know, from segregation of duties standpoint and auditor standpoint, that's not good. But if you only have one employee, you don't have any other options.
Yeah.
But any questions on the audit, the process? I've worked with the Farrar folks. They're local. They've got many years' experience. They worked at Settle Sonica for years. Like I said, I've got a good working rapport with them, and they do good work. So I would highly recommend that you accept the bid.
Okay, thanks, Roger. Any questions for Raj before BJ reads the resolution? Okay.
Not yet. A resolution of council of the town of Marmet accepting the bid of Ferrari, great name, and Associates, PLLC to complete annual audits. Whereas the town of Marmet is required to conduct annual audits of its yearly budgets and report the same to the state auditor's office. And whereas the town has sought proposals from competent accounting firms to conduct these annual audits, and where despite its best efforts, the town received one proposal for the auditing services. And whereas the town has reviewed the proposal of Ferrari and Associates and has found the proposal to be fair and reasonable. And whereas the council for the town of Marmet desires to award the auditing bid to Ferrari and Associates, PLLC of Morgantown, West Virginia. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and the council for the town of Marmet that the bid for auditing services for the fiscal years 2019, 2020, and 2021 is hereby awarded to Ferrari and Associates in the amount of $22,500.
Okay.
Which is
Cindy?
7,500 a year.
Yeah, 7,500.
Total, yeah, just to clear that.
$7,500 a year
For 3 years.
for 3 years of
3 years.
audits.
Okay.
Any questions regarding the resolution? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion to accept the firm of Ferrari and Associates to audit our 3 outstanding fiscal years?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second from Councilperson Skeens. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Roger. I think, well, there is one more item, Roger. Yeah. Next item is the direct deposit for payroll, recorder fund tablet.
Several of the employees have asked if that would be a possibility. It would make it easier on them. I know that's how it is for me with the school board, and it's much easier.
It's
Is
just
that,
not everybody.
is that a,
I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I think,
Because right now, you're cutting 20-some checks of pay period, that's 520 checks that you don't need to cut. And their money goes automatically, so I mean, it's a no-brainer.
it is, in
Yeah,
the
I know
past,
some people like to have their money in
Yeah.
hand, but
Well,
you don't have to go to the bank.
ATM or
You
go
don't
to the
have to
bank
go
and
to
you
the
call
bank,
it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
don't have to go to the bank this way, so.
and we don't plan to make it mandatory, correct?
I wouldn't,
I mean, the commission does, but,
I know
I mean,
that
we
the
can,
school board does
yeah,
too.
but we don't plan.
Yeah, my job makes it mandatory too.
Yeah.
But that makes it easier if everybody's doing it.
It does, but in the past, we had some, I'm gonna call them irregularities with some paychecks and such, so we had to reprocess, and that created a problem which was not advantageous for direct deposit, but I think now we've got everything lined out to the point that we can probably do this, so,
Yeah, I asked for direct deposit last administration.
yeah.
So are we going to have them sign, is it everybody or only ones that want it?
It probably only the ones that, choose to do so, I would think.
I'm fine either
That would be
way.
my thought, implement it and then give them the option.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying with,
Yeah, because they'd had to fill out a form and give their bank routing number and wherever they want the money deposited.
and frankly, not everyone may have a bank account, and we don't want to impose that.
Okay.
Correct.
But that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, and that was,
There will be, yes, that's correct.
right,
Right, because they won't get their checks in
Their
time.
deadline,
Yeah.
yeah. But,
And holidays, it might even be a little sooner too, because that happens with my company. They'll tell us that payroll's got to be in such and such.
yeah.
Usually it's back to two. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could ask them
Yeah.
when it would need to be on for
When we,
holidays.
when we set it up, we can find out how their holiday process is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think, I mean, we're set up, ready to go. Like I say, it was a question of payroll, timeliness of payroll being submitted and some corrections that were taking place on a routine basis, but I think we're good. So, any
We've
other
got
questions?
past that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve direct deposit for those employees that wish to partake?
Make a motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Roger. Okay, next is a resolution for the town to participate in the Rite Aid opioid settlement. I've discussed this before. At each interval when a retailer has been identified and settled with the Attorney General's office, we're going to receive a similar proposal to share in the proceeds of the settlement. This is for Rite Aid Corporation, and to approve the resolution and return the agreement to the Attorney General. We will share in our calculated proportion for the settlement of funds. I can pass it down. It's about a 25-page document, but basically, like I say, the Attorney General has come up with a formula for all the participating municipalities, and we are one. We have approved it in the past for McKesson, I think, and another retailer. We've still not received those funds, but they should be here shortly. And again, this is for Rite Aid, and I have no idea yet as to the volume that we would be receiving, but this is the preliminary step.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, do I have a motion then for me to execute this on our behalf? And, okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And BJ does have a resolution which I'll execute. I don't think there's any real need to read that. Next on the agenda is Travelers Insurance Premium Renewal. BJ?
This is, there's only what, a 5%? Yep.
Sorry.
It's a 5% increase, and that increase isn't based on claims or anything other than the cost of increasing and rebuilding, restructuring things that are damaged or burned. The cost of repairs to anything right now has gone up tremendously, so I don't think there's any insurance policy that's not going to go up some for rebuilding. So the 5% increase is only based on that. We didn't have any claims that would have justified an increase.
Okay, and you had the total increase? I know you handed it to me.
You know, I didn't look at the numbers. I apologize. I do know that we do not have cyber coverage. Most of the municipalities around here don't. We discussed that today with travelers they stopped by. Until you have all these steps in place where you're either texted numbers to log in, I mean, there's all these different steps they want you to go through to be able to access our accounts, and most small places don't have that put in place or have a way to put that in place. So right now, we don't have any cyber coverage.
Okay.
Our coverages are, but I do not see
How much?
the premium.
It's not in the email either.
It's not an
It's just
email.
5%.
I don't believe I have anything else. Okay, well, she's checking. Skip one to an ordinance amendment to establish a definition of casual income and B&O exemption for such. I talked to our attorney, and I think that we're pretty well covered. I think we have a $5,000 exemption because that
With the state.
with the state, correct. So I think we should be covered, and what that would entail is anyone that has a miscellaneous side job, you know, say mowing lawns or eBay or something of that nature that's not in their normal course of business, not a registered business, but something simply to generate revenue less than the $5,000 would not be required to obtain a business license. in Marmet nor pay B&O taxes. Is that your interpretation, Scott, or?
That's reasonable. If somebody were doing more than that, the mayor still meets the definition of gross income
Correct.
under, section 51, section 7.01D. So there's no way around it outside of the exemption if it was truly just, a limited amount. So even if somebody had another enterprise, their income meets the definition of gross income under the, City Business and Occupation Act.
Correct. Yeah, and we do have a $50 exemption, so if, you know, you were taxed on $5,000 at 1%, the exemption would wipe that out, you wouldn't owe the town anything, so I think we're okay. I put this on because there were some concerns about, persons, you know, in the town that may be escaping, B&O revenue, but as we can see, if even though, you know, by law, they should report that to the IRS, it would not serve the town of Marmet to tax anything that would not produce, you know, revenue in advance of our exemption, which is $50. So I don't really see a problem with the way we have it currently. Anybody else? Okay. Okay, then I think we can move on from that. Next. I don't believe I did. Okay,
She's gonna go get him.
yeah.
Did she get, there was a blue thing with it, with the
This?
dude's face on it? It's up there, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think she did take that back. I think it's in her office.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we can take care of the next one while she's away. That's the discussion regarding the annexation project. This effort is going to take quite a bit of time on our behalf. The committee has met once, and you know what we need to do is to define the geographic footprint of what we would like to consider for annexation. So the next step is simply for us to get together, maybe a road trip or two, and just take a look at what is reasonably, you know, possible for the town to do, inclusive of as many residents and businesses that wish to join us as possible, both from a perspective of Hernshaw 94 and also Route 61 toward Charleston. So that's really where we stand, and that's the next step is, like I say, to define what we exactly want to do, and then follow that up with public meetings and surveys to ensure that the residents and businesses do wish to join us. So that being said, I think you know, we'll get to work on that in the upcoming weeks.
Good.
Any other comments on that, or? Okay.
No. But I did have one question on the ordinance amendment for the casual income.
Uh-huh.
Do you need us to do a vote or anything on that?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We didn't do anything. We didn't change anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, we're
Okay,
fine.
I just wanted to double check.
No, we're good. Thanks.
Dot them i's and cross them t's.
The next item is the approval for the new website, Recorder Fontaine.
Earlier in the, week, I sent everyone a,
Yes.
copy or a link to either the PDF or the online, of one of them. On front of your pages, I didn't print out everything. On front of your pages, it will it tells you, how long it take to launch, yearly, how much for the website period. And then I can go into more detail. I know which one I prefer. The only one that has email would be town web, should be was the first one on your packet, and which would take care of our problem with the cyber problem thingy. And when I spoke to them about that, they said the best thing to do would be do it monthly, but, which, you can see the cost on the emails. It's $100 a year for 3, and then additional $277. It's $277 extra a month, so $33.33 extra a year per email. And we could give everyone in town, council, everything. And then when a employee, or if next administration, somebody's not on council, their email's gone.
Right.
So, it's another secure area. With this one, the town web, I'll go to the other ones, but it has unlimited training, help, anything like that. As a matter of fact, I did a web meeting with the gentleman that has this one, and he's literally had a lady that was not internet savvy at all, and she literally sent whatever she needed post on the website through snail mail, and he did it for her. There's unlimited pages, unlimited calendars. It is free to, if we post something on our site, which several of them do have that. You post something on the site, it will immediately post on the Facebook as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We can, with a little extra, we can, let me see where the price is. Enable live streaming onto the website. One of the things with this one that I'd like y'all to consider is it's the HeyGov portion of it. There was a part of it in there, and it is actually, it's more than just it's an app that the community could use to, we could use it to send out stuff. We could also use it just in employees to just talk to each other just within that app. It can be used for credit card and that kind of thing, paying that kind of stuff. And
So they can just go right on the website and make their payments?
well, go on that. They could use the app.
Gotcha.
They could also use the app to put in, if there's a problem, they see a pothole or something, whatever, that kind of thing. We can use it to make, do surveys. It has a lot of, I think, good qualities. Now, with this one, we do have, it's a 3-year contract. So you have to pay, you have to sign off to pay for 3 years. But and then after 3 years, it's free. We can get another free redesign. But with the ARPA funds, we could easily take care of all of that. And I was adding it up. It would be approximately 11,000 for 3 years, and the initial standard website design. The other ones, the training, some of them you get an hour, maybe 4 hours of training, and then one of them is $200 an hour after that for anything you need. And some of them, I've got some that were 65. There was others 65, and the options become very expensive for them to put them in. And the town web seems to be the only one that has the email. It doesn't have the internet like we talked about, but the web. If we would go with that HeyGov app, that would be. It would also be part of the actual website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they could use it either way. We could use it as some form of an internet type thing, because we could all discuss within the app.
And with the unlimited training, so with the unlimited training, that's,
Well, not just that,
Yeah.
if we, have something and we need to post it and we're having, we can send it to them, they'll post it. They also, with the HeyGov, app, they will help us, put our, like B&O forms, our business license, everything that, filling out stuff online, making reservations for the, rec building and stuff online, and a calendar to show everything, yes.
I make a motion, we get that one.
Is that the town web? Town web?
yeah, it sounds good.
Is that the one you're talking about?
With,
Uh-huh.
with the HAGO?
Get it.
With the HAGov, it's, yeah, do y'all wanna do, it's $1,200 a year in addition to the rest of it.
Yeah, but with
Get
the
it.
free training and stuff, like I said, it's going to end up, I think, cheaper than the others.
It's cheaper than
second
the
it.
others. Cheaper than the others. Gives you unlimited training.
Right.
BJ, you put the work into it, so you've got your recommendation.
So get it.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Ah,
Y'all just
Opposed?
don't wanna hear my voice
Motion
anymore.
carries.
You did a great job.
yeah, and we want that HeyGov app too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
part of
good.
it.
And I will
So
s-
Debbie and
Becca.
Becca,
Becca.
thank you all.
The governor announced today, another grant for internet web-based, 50 million, I think, across the
Well,
state.
we
So
good, we get it for that.
Right
we'll
on.
get it with that, yeah, if we
Right
can.
on.
Yeah,
And if not,
Awesome,
if not, the ARPA funds would qualify, so we can do that.
yes.
and let me know if the fire department would wanna throw in on this.
Okay.
Cause I mean, we can give each individual thing an app, its own section.
Okay.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay, backing up to the traveler's premium, the premium is $106,020 for the year, and I think it's, well, Ruth left, I think the sanitation picks up about 21 to 24% of that is theirs, so we're looking probably at about, $80,000 for the town.
106,000?
$106,020.
That's total for the year.
That's total for the year, correct.
And how much was for Santa?
Last time it was about 21%, so if it's the same, and that of course changes depending on property. We've added quite a bit of assets, so let's see. But just for informational, 10620, 21% would be 22,264 if that remained the same. So that will leave us with about 84,000 for the town. But like I say, it just depends on assets, so we'll have to look at it again.
Okay.
Although that was probably heavily on the town side because the ARPA, funds purchased. Okay. Given that, do I have a motion then to accept the premium and the coverage from travelers?
Make a motion.
A motion, do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
I have a motion. The resolution?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Who was first?
Michael and Teresa.
Teresa.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next is the, under Public Safety, Police Department report, Lieutenant Budrick.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Since our last meeting, the CAD shows Marmet Police Department a computer-aided dispatch. Grand total of 180 calls. That consists of our normal complaints. We had 8 accidents, 1 with injuries. We had opened up 10 investigations, 7 of those were closed, 15 field interrogations. We're still stopping people on the bicycles and making some arrests off that. Traffic stops are right at 55 for the last month. We've had 5 overdoses. And personally, I've done 3 of those and I had to use Narcan 3 times.
Wow.
Okay. The vehicles, if you guys are not aware, the Dodge Durango is in the shop. It's got an antifreeze leak. It developed somewhere in the motor. it should be under warranty, and they're trying to diagnose that. And I called today, and I don't have an answer for you on the diagnosis. Firearm qualifications was just handled Sunday. Everyone has done our bi-yearly qualification for daylight. Next time will be a nighttime qualification. I have set up a class for everyone to be certified on the MDT, the mobile data terminal computer that goes in the cars. So I'll be sending those guys down for class and certification probably the first or second week of October. And everyone is good on clothing. All the personnel has been fitted and got clothes. 2 officers has obtained all their winter uniforms. Now, rolling over to the code enforcement side, Officer Huffman has winning this thing with a proactive approach. He's opened 34 cases. He's closed 26 of them. Most of those is high grass and trash, and he has 8 pending. And if you guys would like to see his printout, I've got it here. I don't want to. If you want me to take the time, I can read through it,
No,
or I can just give it to you.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just hand it, yeah.
And he and I has been working on our property on California Avenue. Everyone knows the house. We did make contact with a company called NR Deed LLC. It's out of Augusta, Georgia. We was put in touch with a representative here in Charleston, and he stated to us that his company is in possession, or is in the process of obtaining a title or deed for the property. And once that goes through, it's going to go to Kanawha County Circuit Court for unlawful occupation, and then they will be removed from the residence, and they'll be boarding the residence up. So that's where we stand at that. So hopefully that'll turn quick.
That's what I was gonna say, is there any time on that?
Now,
do
they
you
are
know,
waiting.
or-
They are waiting on the courthouse to, I guess, make the deed, make the ownership paper, whatever. And once they get that in hand, it goes back to Augusta. They'll get an approval to come back to magistrate court and start the, I guess, the eviction proceedings.
Good.
Good news. Good work.
Closer to it than what we have been, so that's good.
Been long enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, these things take time.
Any questions of Lieutenant Patrick? Sounds good.
All right,
Appreciate
you
it.
guys.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I do, Chuck. The place up there across from my house, where all that junk's parked outside the building, I haven't said anything for the last 10 or 12 years. That it's been there, but I'm tired of looking at it.
I'm looking to see if it's on Officer Hoffman's list.
Okay.
If he's had time, he's only doing this 2 days a week.
Okay,
We're getting
yeah.
16 hours a week out of him.
Okay.
It's fine.
Is it the address? What's your address on there?
Mine's 740.
740.
That should
Now, we have,
probably be
he has
738.
he has some entries in the 800 block and some in the 600 block, but nothing in the 700 block. So I'll ask him in the morning.
Okay.
He and I work together in the morning, and we'll try to come up with something with that.
Can you tell me if you got anything on, up there at Wells? Or Summit? I've got 2 that I'd like to add to that list.
Not in this entry that he's given me.
They are, didn't
Nothing that I see, but if you want to text me an address later, then I'll see that he gets it.
Okay.
Because it needs gone.
Okay, I would agree.
Not just that one.
No.
Yeah, this is a work in progress, and, you know, we're like I said, we're 2 days a week doing this, and then on his off days, I'm trying to fill in a little bit and field some complaints
I don't
for him.
want somebody to get hurt up there on that.
I understand.
There's a bunch of kids in that area, and we need to do something.
But we appreciate progress.
Yeah, we like it. You know, minimal effort, maximum compliance, we like that.
Right on.
Good job. Any other questions?
The firearm qualifications, is that department top to bottom, everybody
It
involved in
is,
that?
yeah, everybody, we're all good until, we have to do we have to have a nighttime shoot sometime between now and June the 30th. So I've got everybody good, everybody's up to date on their in-service, so we're all rolling good.
Good deal.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you. Good deal. Next on the agenda is the ordinance amendment to include a fine for retrieval of dog from the animal shelter and a fine for not picking up dog feces. Do we have that ordinance? Okay.
Well, yeah.
And just for background, with our new code enforcement animal control officer, I envision, being able to pick up an animal, a dog, that is running loose and immediately taken to the shelter, and for the owner to retrieve, in addition to any fee that the animal shelter might require, we would also have a fee attributed to the town for our efforts, to take the dog, use of our vehicle, time, et cetera, to the animal shelter. And hopefully, the idea is that happens a couple of times, the word gets around, and this no longer becomes any type of problem with animals, dogs, running loose in the town of Marmet and creating a public safety hazard. So, that being said, BJ has an ordinance, first reading that I'd like for her to read, please.
Article 507.14, excrement removal. Owners of dogs which leave waste on public or private property, not his or her own, should immediately remove and properly dispose of the waste. Owners who do not remove such waste from the public or private property not owned or leased by them are guilty of a misdemeanor and shall be fined not less than $50, nor more than $150 upon conviction. Any dog which deposits waste on public or private property, which property is not property owned or leased by the owner of the dog, and the owner of said dog fails to immediately remove and properly dispose of the waste, shall be subject to seizure.
Yes, sir.
So the issue you mentioned in the ordinance about retrieval of dogs from animal shelter, I kind of misunderstood you based on what you just said, because that's actually covered 505.10.
Okay.
But unless there's a separate fee for the town of Marmet, that's not necessarily covered. What 505.10 says, any such animal or fowl found at large within the city shall be taken up by the humane officer and pounded at a public pound or other suitable place and kept there for at least 3 days, and whenever possible, its owner or other keeper shall be notified of such happening in the manner in which the animal or fowl must be redeemed, to wit, by the payment of an impounding fee plus the cost of care, feeding, and shelter. Such payment to be made within 2 days from the date such notice.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that cover your concern?
Yeah, it does. So what we're saying is, just from the base fact that the dog was running loose and impounded, then that covers any fee that we might be, okay, that'd be fine.
That's currently addressed in our ordinances under
Okay.
505.10. There is cost, care, and impounding fee.
Okay.
Where are we gonna keep it?
Recognizing that.
Take it to the humane.
But okay, it said, okay.
Yeah. But does it specify the pounding fee?
Well, I asked.
Doesn't specify.
Doesn't specify.
But that would be determined by the, I think by the authority.
Yeah, but does it cover our fee?
That's different.
Yeah, that's what I said, because
Yeah.
with this one here, it was whatever the fees that the shelter will charge plus for upon conviction, nothing less than $50, but nothing more than $150.
So what kind of fee or what effort do we spend?
Well, because we
Well-
picked it up, we towed it in our vehicle, we used our gas, and we took an officer off the street.
So it's never the humane officer.
No, it's ours.
We're taking them.
Yeah. Yeah, our code enforcement has also, graciously, agreed to serve as our animal control officer, and I don't have it on the agenda, but we do, intend to purchase some equipment, that would be appropriate for that, effort. So if we want to, we can move this to the next agenda so that we have everything, with the fee specified.
Yeah, and I did have one question. What happens, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah. What happens when there's a animal running loose and he's not on duty since he's working like 16 hours a week?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a tough call. That would be up to the officer, but I mean, if it's presenting a hazard, and the lieutenant actually took care of one animal that was reported to us.
Oh, yeah, I seen that one,
So,
yeah.
I mean-
I just didn't know what would happen if there's one running loose and he's not on duty.
Sure, one of our other officers, if it,
Yeah. I mean, as long as the equipment's available, and their safety and they're trained, but,
and then
but,
we're-
Another
and
reason
then
why
it's
to
gonna
come-
leave the town unattended while he takes the dog to the animal shelter. Is that what we're saying?
Well, it depends, I guess, how many's
Yeah.
on duty at
Yeah.
the time.
yeah.
How many's usually on duty at a time?
Oh,
That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
all right.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, I misspoke. On the weekends, I do have a split shift company. So Friday and Saturday evening, two people out, that is an animal shelter.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
If
usually
if
close
it's
at
Monday
5.
afternoon or something,
And they don't
then
have
you're gonna
equipment to
take,
drop off
if he's not working animal control, then you're gonna take your officer out of town to take a dog to the animal shelter.
Well,
Of course, that's no difference than taking someone to
A
jail.
prisoner, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well, no, it's a little different.
Yeah.
no,
It's a-
still removing your officer from jail.
I know, but it's, yeah.
He'll be back faster than what he wanted.
Well, let's say that dog bites a child. I mean,
Well, that's different. What?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's true, that's true.
And yeah, and you'll be done a lot
Well,
quicker.
part of what you talked about earlier was if it's not a repeat offender, we would take them back to the,
It's at the discretion of the officer.
yeah, because I know there's, every
But
once
if
in a
they're
while.
not, if they're not tagged, and, I mean, we may have no way of knowing. And if it's posing a threat, I mean, what do you-
yeah. Yeah,
I mean, that's the whole.
they must immediately
If
go,
you got a
yes.
chihuahua running around, I'm not too worried about that, but,
Oh, I've seen some ferocious ones.
oh, I know, but I don't mean to make light of it, but I'm just saying,
Mine's ferocious.
I don't think we can underestimate, what a dog can do.
Yeah, something like that, you have to.
He's after Michael.
Now, if we wanted to, cage, I mean, it's a different ballgame if we're going to actually keep them on premises.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a whole other.
But I think we just need to use common sense
Yeah.
and assess the situation at the time. I mean, right now, or before the officer agreed to do this, we weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, something is better than nothing.
Right, and the county wasn't doing anything. And I'm not
And-
faulting the county, I'm just saying.
Yeah, because they don't have the resources
they
to
do
come
not.
down here and pick them up.
They have one officer for the whole county.
Right.
So,
I thought about one 12 years ago, and they've yet to come.
but, so apart from that, if possible, I'm just saying if the officer can, perform those duties, at a given time of code enforcement, I think this can be carried out very well. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. And leave it up to the officer on, those times when he's on just straight police duties, whether or not it poses a risk. I think that's what
Okay,
we need to do.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and worth leaving town or whatever,
With that?
or worth leaving town to take them or whatever.
Are they what?
I'm sorry? Cats?
That's a problem everywhere.
Yeah, one issue probably
Yeah.
all around it. So probably about 25, 30 cats.
Yeah, yeah, that's something I'm still kind of working on,
They call it names
yeah.
unsanitized too. I don't own the animals, I get a shovel out the yard. My neighbors all around.
Yeah.
Each party's got
mention all the
And I'm
programs in my
absolutely
car.
sick of it.
Okay.
There's nothing never seems to be done. Another thing on this housing, tearing down housing. All these years, mine come up, I was the first one ever got condemned, and the county court take care of it. All the rest of my neighbors, they'll do nothing. And it is absolutely dangerous.
That's the one I just
And
brought
we
up to
went
Chuck.
we called the health department. They said, see, your local mayor, it's his responsibility.
It's on the list, trust me.
How long's it been?
It's on
And
the
it is
list.
absolutely dangerous.
That's the one I gave you, Chuck.
I just texted Chuck the address.
Sherry come down, he put in a complaint, they got mad at her, told him to sign. But the roofs are falling in, there's there's a old septic tank, top fell in,
Yeah, we've,
and I found it.
yeah, luckily.
I put garbage in it, so it makes it would fall in. But this is getting hit,
Yeah.
especially these cats.
Yeah, they're,
I took all 38 cats one time. Me and Connie's husband. 38 cats. Straight. Up around there.
It's def,
All the Wellses and Sherry's own sister. Son, got these cats.
Right.
Sickness, too.
Yeah.
Explain to me why they brought them there. You know what I mean? Then they built their affordable home up there.
okay.
And none of them, they're not being touched with vet. Now, my sister's got 3 cats, but she takes care of them, she takes them to the vet, she's got them fixed, stay in the house. Ain't no one coming in and out.
Okay,
Me personally, I'm just helpless.
we'll work on it. We promise.
Personally,
Okay.
Working on it already.
Yeah.
yeah, I've already
we
been
got
kind
it.
of,
We got
I've already been kind of working on, there's a grant that we can apply for between December and February. And there's a lady that's, kind of agreed to kind of, take care of the feral cats and go get them fixed and at least keep them from reproducing.
It's like I bought a brand new grill for 40.
Yeah,
Guess what? Cat coming more terrible,
right.
crazy grill.
Yeah, and I know it's not a popular subject with some people, but even some communities and stuff too, there's fines for, feeding feral cats and stuff like that. Oh, I understand. So, but no, it's not being ignored. Yeah, it just, yeah,
We
it just
got
takes some time and and with this grant, nobody's eligible to even apply for it till at least December. It's gonna come out probably about sometime in December or January, and you've got until February to apply for it.
Well, you go ask the mice, if they don't have to take out the matter, then they want to start getting asking. I don't care, because I don't have anything. I had mine, I had mine feeding to them, doggy doors,
Yeah, right.
take care of my animals.
Right.
Okay.
That one up there, that beaky dog, I said, that's what Debbie done.
Yeah. Okay, I don't mean to interrupt, but we need to move on. There is
I
a,
just want to get that opinion.
we got it.
Well,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate that, yes, thank you.
So we'll move this to the next agenda and we'll establish a fee for our portion for, you know, those situations. Next on the agenda is, infrastructure report from Brown Higginbotham for streets.
Evening, Mayor, council members. Appreciate everything you do for us and the town. I just got a few things. A lot of the stuff that I gotta cover is just addenda items, so we can I'll just stay here like I usually do, I guess. Yeah. So, like I said, one of the things I got, all the trucks we have are in good shape now. Everything's running, everything's operating properly right now. And I was telling the mayor, we're actually getting ready for winter with the trucks, and we're possibly going to have to buy a new, at least 1, maybe 2 snow plows. But I think our spreaders are all right, but the plows, because we're moving some trucks around, we're getting rid of some trucks and all this other stuff, so we need to move some stuff around.
Okay.
So they might work and they might not, but that's kind of where we are with that. And on another good note, I couldn't remember if this came up in the last meeting or not, but we have 2 more CDL drivers now. We have Jeremy and John Paul. So we have 3 CDL drivers now.
Great.
And everybody else is working on it. So
Good deal.
eventually it's going to be all of them. But
Good.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't started. As long as they got theirs, we're good. So, but I mean, other than that, I mean, we're doing the best we can. I know there's still a lot of stuff out there that needs done, but I feel we're making headway.
Sounds good.
So, if there's any questions for me or anything like that before we go on.
It sounds good. You guys have been working hard.
No, that's what I'm saying, it's a tip of the cap to you about CDLs, because as I would know, it's been a battle for
Yeah.
years to get that done.
Yeah.
So it's a good job to you funneling on down employees.
Right.
Take care of that.
We appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. Any other general questions for Brian? Okay, moving on, the next item was an ordinance amending the garbage and refuse ordinance. Do we have that?
I haven't got it.
Did you have that, Scott, or?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't think I've received that one.
Never did.
I didn't
Yeah.
get it either.
What are you talking
Scott, we can look.
about? Oh. There's research.
While he's looking, let's move on to Bill Wells Park improvements. I'm just, for next agenda, I'll have an array of improvements in a very cost-effective manner to present to council. A lot of good things there. Next is the purchase of generators. Don't think I have the other 2 bids on that, so, do you have them?
I have,
Yeah,
Whatever you
that's the
gave.
signs, that's the LED.
that's, oh,
Okay.
yeah, these?
Nope. I think Ruth had them, but
Did you send them to us? Because Ruth was printing out that kind of stuff.
she had, they're sealed, there's 2 sealed bids.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Well, that's okay.
You want to go look?
Yeah, if you don't care.
Okay, I'll move on to something else.
We'll move on. Next is a discussion regarding the ductwork, the rec building. We have 1 bid on that, and I'm gonna need 2 others. The other 2 didn't provide anything. And it's in excess of 400, so we definitely have to have 2 more bids. So we'll have to move that to the next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately. And that's to repair the ductwork at the rec building.
Okay.
Next is a resolution to pursue grants for public safety annex and recreation. I'll be brief about that. In your packet, I've given you what would propose to be the footprint for a public safety annex. It's the one colored in yellow. This would house at least 5 or 6 of our vehicles, including street department and police department, and a new office, which is the second attachment. It's hard to see, but this is kind of an AutoCAD drawing of what the office would look like. About 55% would be PD, brand new for PD, and brand new for street department, with a training facility for CDL and any other conferences or any other training, as you can see on the far right. And then the garage is bottom with 5 large 12 by 16 bays in the front, a 50 by 100 foot building, and 1 bay on the very end. The office would be 40 by 80 building, both being steel buildings. I have an estimated cost on the left, and what I'm asking is, and a lot of these are fairly accurate. I've contacted a ton of vendors just to get an idea, but the whole project, I'm looking at maybe $400,000, and I'd like council's approval to pursue probably a 75% grant with County Commission to provide $300,000 in funding, in addition to $100 from our ARPA funds. And I would like to add, we would have to that $100,000 we would have to spend at our current facility to improve the transfer station to meet DEP's requirements. So my estimation, rather than spend $100,000 down at Rush Creek, spend it up here and build us something new with a $300,000 grant. So that's my ask, is for approval to pursue that grant.
And also, let me add to that, Dave, that's part of the MS4 too.
Correct. Yeah.
So either way, like you said, you're going to have to spend that $100,000 somewhere.
Yeah, and I'd
Either
rather,
down there and repair or rebuild over here.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to have to be done.
and this is to scale, so you can see the new ambulance authority and our proposed offices and garage, and 4 transfer station roll-offs in the upper left, which would be extremely nice, and with pumping stations to the sewer, to collect runoff from the roll-offs. But anyway, this is just to ask permission. If granted, I'd come back to council with their award to finalize the grant. Any questions? Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion to pursue the grant with the Kanawha County Commission. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Rebecca. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And quickly, next, I sent a letter to the governor for a recreation grant, $450,000. He has responded, and he has set up an appointment with Department of the Development Office to seek a grant for recreation needs, which include a myriad of things, including the whole fence, acquisition of the property next to the community center, revitalizing the shelters, the basketball court, inside the rec building, a new floor, everything that we really need, I think, to move our recreation department forward. I'm not sure there'd even be a match on that, so I need to talk to the development office with your permission. So I'm asking for your permission to meet with the development office to pursue a grant up to the $450,000.
Make a motion on that.
I have a motion from Michael. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second from Rebecca. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, that took care of that. She's still searching for the generators. Next, we talked to the Sisters Greenhouse.
Which is on here
And-
twice.
Yeah.
Right.
And following is the purchase of the digital signage for Town Hall and Community
Same
Building.
thing then, right?
In your package, you have 3 quotes, and the first one is Petro LED. We have Signs Plus and Mega LED technology. This would provide signs, one for the recreation building, approximately 25 by 60, I'm sorry, rec building 38 inches by 75 inches. LED, 2-sided, fully controllable by remote. And for Town Hall, 25 by 50 inches, same, but 2-sided with full control with remote. Petro LED was the low bidder, both for $18,251. Signs Plus was total well over $44,000.
Jesus. For both, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
And Mega Technology was
like 33,000.
34,000.
Yeah.
I checked out Petro LED, and their product is excellent. They've done business in West Virginia, and I feel comfortable recommending that bid. The only thing with any of these 3, we'll have to build our own casing, which we may be able to repurpose what we have, or something a little more attractive to just simply encase the LED panels. But apart from that, my recommendation is Petro LED. which includes shipping and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a motion for Petro LED.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second? I have a second from Francis, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Awesome blossom.
Yep, and this is eligible for the ARPA funds for, public information, of course.
Hey, Dave, on that right there, whenever you guys contact them, could you go ahead and have them to, or whoever contacts, have them to send us something to scale so we can go ahead and start figuring out
Absolutely.
what we need to make that thing out of, or how big it needs to be, all that stuff.
Absolutely, yep.
Okay,
Yep.
we can take care of that.
Yeah, and this will probably be 220, we'll have to move it, we talked about moving it down about 20 feet toward, the upper end of town, just to not interfere with the new monument. But anyway, I appreciate it, Brian.
Yep.
That's good. Next on the agenda, the purchase of 2 porta potties. Our recent rental for the porta potties for Labor Day, I think, was in excess of, I think, $800, I believe, for 3. This would be a recommendation to purchase 2 with actual running water for hand washing in a sink. 2 for $2,190.86. A rental 3 times of the porta potties would easily pay for 2 of these of our own. I think it's, I've got 4 quotes here. The top is the lowest. Actually, there's a couple at $2,190.86. But that would be my recommendation, and
What are they gonna be, like permanently put at the ball field? or-
well, not permanently.
Okay.
The thought would be, right now, the most lacking area is Bill Wells.
Okay,
Put them down there temporarily in another enclosure to protect them from vandalism. Lock it, locked until they're used. And then we have the ability with our new vacuum truck to remove the waste. So we wouldn't have to require that to be done. And I do envision, building permanent facilities at Bill Wells, at which time we can move them and use them for any other event. So we would
Okay.
have them available for, anything in the future, not having to rent.
Petra.
will be both of them.
Any other questions or comments about the purchasing the 2 porta potties?
Yeah, it makes sense, just go ahead and buy them.
Okay, do I have a motion to purchase?
I'll make a motion.
Which one?
I have a motion, and this is total restroom at $2,190.86.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we're gonna do 2 of them?
2 of them. That's total for 2.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the,
That way she's got it straight for the minutes.
Yeah. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Rebecca. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
wait a minute, I found the potty thing.
Okay,
So didn't you tell me the turnaround there was 4 to 6 weeks?
4 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully sooner, but just like anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that about our.
And it was free shipping, so that was great too.
Who was the first one?
Teresa
Me.
and Rebecca. Okay.
I've got the proposal.
Okay. Backing up to the generators. Okay, 2 of these proposals are sealed. And I'm sorry, they had also bid for replacement of the units here, the HVAC units, which we've determined not necessary at this time, so I have to make
Those are
sure.
over here, so they shouldn't be in,
Oh, they're not in here?
no,
Okay.
those are over here,
We bought that one, so I'm-
Okay.
as far as I know.
Okay. Okay, first proposal is from CPM Power Systems. Their quote is to relocate the existing 600 amp 3-phase service to the other side of the building.
Where, is this for here or?
This is the rec building.
Right, okay.
Install new service, pipe mass, meter, et cetera, concrete pad, chain link fence.
Concrete pad's already there, isn't it?
Yeah, they poured that, so we would get a credit for that. And this would include a 150 kilowatt natural gas generator. And their quote, we can look at the other specs if necessary, but their quote for that is $63,900. Again, that's for the rec, CPM.
That's for one generator?
Uh-huh. Next, we have Lowe's, Charleston. Okay, Lowe's has quoted a 60 kilowatt generator, 250 amps output, new 200 amp three-phase transfer switch. So we have a difference there. And they also quoted to pour the concrete pad, but are they mistaken on the amperage?
I would have to do the calculation on the rec center, so I can't.
Okay.
I don't know,
What
but
was this one?
that's like double.
600 amp.
Yeah, that's
Well, this one was 600?
Yeah.
And
You
that
said
one's
60.
The amps,
Amperage.
we got bids for
It,
Yeah, the amperage.
Yeah,
That was
the
on the
kilowatts.
first one.
Yeah, the first one was 150 kilowatts,
Oh, so
Right.
back.
and this one's 60 kilowatts.
Right.
So double the size.
Yeah,
That one more.
double. So, and this one was quoted for 30,000, 29,992.52.
but it don't have the same.
Yeah,
voltage
the
and
specs are
power.
wildly different, but see, that's how we, I mean, we needed to be told what we needed, you know, we couldn't, it wasn't a
So who told us?
RFQ,
Who told us what we needed?
the individual,
Each one?
correct,
So one come up with 60 and one come up with 150.
that's correct, which concerns me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's take
Well,
the
but also
difference in
too, now you gotta remember also too, that the first one, they was redoing the electrical service also.
True,
So that right there is a lot of that money.
yeah, that's true.
so,
That's
and with
a
Lowe's
big
are not,
bunch of that money.
and Lowe's is not redoing the
Yeah,
electrical.
they're not redoing it, plus they're, what,
Of course, they're not
33%?
Yeah.
Smaller generator. Honestly, I could figure that out, but I just have to get the calculations down there, and I don't know. I don't know what they are off the top of my head.
Well,
I-
we can read
I
the
don't do
third one,
nothing.
and I think we'll
Yeah.
have to assess it. I mean,
Yeah,
we're just gonna
yeah,
take
we can do it, that ain't no
not
problem.
vote tonight.
Well,
because-
okay.
Yeah, this is kind of,
Well, I mean, you know, I didn't know what to ask for, you know, we just have to, and they're the professionals, but we have wildly different quotes, or,
find out what Grande has.
yeah, Gonde.
Who?
Gonde Enterprises in
They also
Charleston.
did the church renovations.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. They've quoted a 40 kilowatt generator. No note of any electrical changes, $56,040.
Ooh.
So I don't know.
Lowe's looking at it
They're,
every day.
they're all three of them are all over the board.
Well, I mean, now, is that Lowe's, does that include installation?
Yes.
Scott.
Well, I mean, there were no specific bids.
Correct.
Right, that's correct.
So most places, what you would do is you have the resources, pay somebody X number of dollars to tell us what we need, and then let him draw the bid spec and reads it. But I don't think you have an apples to apples
No.
comparison
We do not.
on any
No.
of those based
No.
on the.
Yeah, they're all three of
Look,
them.
I know we don't have unlimited money, don't misunderstand me, so we got to hire a great big electrical contractor, but just an electrician would say, here's probably what you need, and we could have got something. This may I'm not knocking you.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I just didn't get to do it.
I assume all people were giving them the best.
Yeah, exactly.
In my estimation, based on what I've heard, we don't have anything to compare one to the other.
Really, yeah, because all three of them are all over the board.
I think we need to reassess the community center, unfortunately. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
And
we
these are
wanted
three
to-
experts that, you know, so, yeah, I think we
I
need to
don't mind.
reassess.
Was that the
Spending it,
three,
but we gotta
even the
make sure
two that
it's
was sealed?
gonna be
Was that
adequately-
them? Okay.
adequately correct.
Now, as far as town hall, I mean, we'll look at that real quick. That's relatively, I mean, I'm gonna say it's simple, but it is much simpler. Yeah. We'll begin with, Expect. They quoted for town hall, total price $8,860. And that includes, a 24 kilowatt, generator, and includes, battery, transfer switch, everything, you know, that I can tell that we need, 5-year warranty, et cetera. Actually, it's a little bit less, they included sales tax, so probably be about, 8350.
I mean, I realize this rec building's bigger, but, and 8,000, it's 8,800.
Yeah, let me give you an accurate number. I'll have
That's
to-
what I thought you said, but I'm just
Well,
like,
I have to take out the sales tax. Yeah.
but still. I
Well,
mean,
$8,000.
The power,
$56,000.
it's a totally different ballgame, right?
Yeah, you're not lying. It's single
Yeah.
phase to three phase. There's your difference.
oh, okay.
There's a big difference.
Not that I know what that means, but okay.
That's
believe
that's
you.
your difference.
Let me see, we
Okay,
did
it nets out to $8,373.50 for Expect. And that's a 24 kilowatt generator, which I'm no expert, but I think that's appropriate. Gonde, their quote for town hall is $14,785. 22 kilowatt generator. And Lowe's quoted $12,261.30 for a 26 kilowatt generator.
Who was the second one?
Gonde Enterprises. So the low bid was Expect by far.
I thought it was CPM.
But again, you've got different generators.
That was Expect.
Is that a different company than this one?
No, same company.
Oh, you're saying Aspect or something, I thought it was CPM.
Well, it is. It's they
That's
go
why
by
I'm confused.
multiple names.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, but no, it's Expect
Oh,
Power.
okay, because it's a different type, okay, I see.
But at least them are in the ballpark of
Close.
each
They're
other.
close.
You know, that's 2,000 watts. I mean, that ain't,
No.
Right.
you know, you're 2,000 watts compared to 130,000 watts is a big difference.
Yeah, 24 kilowatts is substantial. I mean,
Yeah.
Like I say, no expert. Brian knows a lot more about this than I, but I think that would be sufficient, in my opinion. But we can also table this one if you want to.
Well, yes, $63,000, yeah, we'll take one.
Okay.
We're leaving it on the table.
Yeah, we need to
Need
look
some
at that.
clarification and, yeah, go back and give them actually what we need. Tell them what we need.
Okay, good deal.
So we're doing that next meeting, right?
Yeah.
All right, next is paving update, Porter Fontaine.
You all give it, I just put it on there. Debbie?
Here's the man update.
Mm.
Paving update?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's all.
we got the three quotes that we needed for the amount of money that this stuff's gonna be, and it's kind of, I mean, we had them to do the whole town or everything that we thought we needed paved.
Right.
But they also broke it down, if you'll look, by street. And I know that we was talking about Summit and 81st being the priorities, and I think we all agreed on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the quotes are pretty straightforward, you know, just by going here, I mean, in my opinion, you know, I like Mr. Asphalt, and they're the cheapest ones. You know, they do all of Charleston's work, South Charleston's work, and
Which one do we use? Cause he has two thingies.
Well, we used Mr. Asphalt
No, 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 no,
last
no, 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 no,
administration.
no.
BJ, look at it.
Well, I realize that, but there's one that, oh, okay, I get it.
That's why I said, look at it.
I've dealt with children all day, leave me alone.
you still are.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's that's my recommendation. I mean, I know that, you know, there's no way in the world that we could do all this at one time.
No.
I get that, you know, but there's you know, the quotes are there, and like I said, I mean, my opinion, Mr. Asphalt's the one whenever we get ready. And ever how we want to proceed on this, you know, you guys just let me know, but
Disappeared.
that's, you know, that's as far as we got until we figure out exactly what we want to do, I guess.
Okay. Any questions or comments, or do we want to proceed with any, or?
Well, we probably need to, cause, they're gonna withdraw their bid if it's
Yeah.
if not within 30 days.
Your recommendations, Mr. Asphalt?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And they're even the cheapest.
Cheapest?
Yeah. Well, they're a low bidder. I won't say cheapest. That's wrong.
Lowest bid, Charleston uses them.
Yeah.
I make a motion.
I second.
What was the motion? I'm sorry.
Make a motion to accept Mr. Asphalt's bid.
Oh, okay.
I second.
All right, a motion and a second to accept Mr. Asphalt's bid. Do I have all in favor say aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
I think we gotta decide what we're gonna. which
That's
one
what I
we're
was-
gonna
Yeah,
do.
True.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
I just glad we won't pay the $500,000.
No,
Yeah. No, I'll write it.
We just
No.
accept it,
No.
their quote.
Yeah. If
Come on, Scott.
Scott
What do you
Scott was
suggest
starting to
goes
break
first?
some sweat beads coming down Ray's forehead.
That's what I was gonna say. What's,
That's the two we come up with that needed it, didn't, wasn't it, Mike, Brian?
yes, ma'am.
81st and Summit.
Yeah. That's the top two on the list.
Well,
Actually, the
basketball
first
court's
and the
in there.
third.
Yeah, first.
what's
Well,
number two?
Well, the
What's-
basketball court.
Yeah, the basketball court,
Basketball
but
court's-
hopefully
Yeah.
the basketball court,
I can't believe that.
hopefully the basketball court will be in the rec room.
Yeah.
What you
Oh,
said.
yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
kinda crazy,
Exactly.
basketball court. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well.
That's a lot of money for basketball.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't somebody
Any
park
way you
in
look
there?
at it, huh?
Didn't somebody park?
Not with Debbie around.
Not me.
Oh, okay, I see that they said that they was gonna mill areas as areas that needed it, okay. Cause
Brian,
I
what
know
you-
we
Which
got
I'm gonna move.
some streets, they've just put pavement over pavement and it's to the point
I haven't told you.
yards and everything else is being flooded, nothing can hit the drains anymore.
Well, we wanna be careful too, because I know you guys are going street to street and seeing what you have going on.
Right,
Yeah.
So I don't wanna get in a situation where we pave and then you gotta dig up.
right.
What'd you say, 81st and Summit?
That's what
Don't
we
you
come
also?
up with, was the two that we
Okay.
thought needed most.
That's, go ahead.
Oh, I was kinda inquiring about the issues with Summit Drive where kinda like the road is kinda being washed away a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you and Scott working on a letter or something? Remember
I
last
know
time
it
we
needs it
talked about
badly, you know, but
the coal company's taking over, the road's coming down?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, because that's.
I don't
that's
know how to
the
answer that.
road.
I mean, honestly, I don't.
We need
Um,
to do that first.
What?
We need to do that first.
Yeah,
Ma- I mean, I think we need to,
well, I got something to
Well,
say.
wait a minute, he's
Oh, go-
talking.
Well, it pertains to this.
go ahead, because I'm still thinking. So.
Where we talked about last meeting, about where the water on Summit, you know, eating down the road, is there any point yet until we talk to them?
that's what I was just
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about. I told her, I said, I really don't know how to answer that, but what I can do is I can get a hold of Mr. Asphalt, and maybe we can maybe put some kind of drain in or something before they do that. Maybe we could put it in, go over it, something. I'm sure we
And
can
then
work out something.
You and Scott maybe try to get a hold of, you know, tell them, you know, this is a problem.
Yeah.
yeah, owners of that property up on top of the mountain there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
We might have to
it's
do the
hurting the
previous owner.
residents, it's washing out our road.
Yeah.
I mean, even work that Johnny's done up there has all been undone from water.
Right.
I'm just afraid of us committing all this money to pave, and they do need paved.
Yeah.
You know, but it'd be gone in a year or two because of all the water.
Right. And, you know, and that's what makes it bad, though, because, I mean, you hate to say it, but that's on a hill.
It is.
You know, I mean, it's going to come down regardless. So that's the problem. I mean,
Well, I mean, you're always gonna have some,
Exactly.
but nothing like, you know,
Right.
it shouldn't be coming down to where it's washing out people's driveways, taking
Right.
out their carports, tearing up our road to the extent
Right.
that it's tearing it up. I mean,
Right.
there's always going, but, you know, but then
Right.
that's why you put in the proper irrigation and, you
Right.
know, drains and all to, you know, keep that from occurring, cause I mean, it is gonna happen.
right.
So we know who the owners are?
I know, Barb Hugert was kinda working on it.
I'll get, Barb's
I guess
number
like
to you.
Keystone,
And,
Oil.
apparently somebody else has bought the company, but Keystone was the, oil company, the
Uh-huh.
gas company up there. Barb's got exquisite notes she has. I'll, get her number to you, and you can talk to her, because, I mean,
Yeah,
we've been working on, we've trying to find an attorney. I mean, she's working on it for a couple years now.
right.
Cause
Okay.
it's, and on around the, it's going into it's going into some of them's basements and everything else.
Alright.
Okay, I have a suggestion. The number between 81st and Summit, I mean, it's approximately 118,000, well, 119,000. Okay. Can you guys just give me like a budget? And then that way we can go ahead and get started on some of these? You know, even if we have to go down to like the 3rd Street or what, at least get something going until we get that squared away.
Right.
I mean, we need to get going on some of it, in my opinion.
So what would you suggest next?
96th.
36.
Okay. So 81st to 96th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're out here every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't want to, I don't want y'all to think that I'm putting Summit out, because I'm not.
No.
He's not quite ready for Summit yet. But I, you know,
Figure out something.
in my opinion, Summit's number one.
Right.
But like you said, we can't, you know.
There's
well,
boxes there you still gotta check.
That's exactly right.
I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and other than that, I mean, you guys drive these streets every day. You know
Right.
what's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust your judgment.
Well, then do I have a motion for 81st and 96 until we can determine what's going on?
Make a
Make
motion.
Okay, I have a motion from Michael, a second from Rebecca. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get that, Scott, and then I'll let you know who it is, and we'll get a letter out to, but, yeah, and I can just see that that's gonna take a while, and it may be outside our window to get anything done from a private entity, you know, so. we'll
So
see.
do you want me to go ahead and
Yeah.
get this underway?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Ron, what is the paving window? How long is the contract? That's mid-November?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping, that's what I say, I didn't want to put it off one more,
Yeah,
'cause
you don't.
hopefully we can at least get something done,
Right.
you know. That's kind of where I am with it. Yeah.
Maybe it's still this morning.
Right,
Yeah, true.
exactly. I mean, you know, maybe if this is gonna take a little bit longer, maybe we can take some of the smaller ones
Mhm.
and just throw them in there real quick.
And
Yeah,
we-
Rome wasn't built in a day, so yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get her done.
I mean, at least we are doing something now.
Yeah.
And
That's the way I look at it.
how do you wanna fund that, ARPA or special projects?
Which would you prefer, with ARPA? Would that
ARPA.
make the most sense?
ARPA.
Well,
Oh,
then
okay,
go
all right.
ARPA.
That's what I was
Okay.
Yeah, go ARPA.
Yeah, because you're the forensic CPA. We got a
Right.
CPA,
Go
so.
ARPA.
Go, ARPA.
Good deal. Okay, backing up, did we get anything on the garbage and refuse?
Yeah.
Okay.
That, Is that the one I went back and just printed? Or is that the second one? I see them, I see one in my email, but,
Yes, so what I did here is.
oh, I got it.
93106.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, two things I did here, Mayor. One is to require any apartment building that has more than 4 units to provide its own dumpster.
Okay.
I think that was pretty clear. The other one you kind of mentioned, Mayor, it's under 931. Those 6 commercial requirements for garbage removal. What we've done in a lot of places that I've been is if there's a small business that doesn't put out a lot, we enter into a contract with people. So what I put in 93106 is businesses are required to provide a dumpster for garbage removal unless they're contracted to provide a garbage removal, unless the town contracts.
Okay.
So we contract with the smaller ones, everybody else, however many it is. I think actually most people qualify as small.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So whoever one we can regularly pick up their garbage, that's not 3 times a week, in addition to other places, then we enter into an annual contract and pick it up, rate that we charge. Hey, you should have a commercial rate, right?
Right.
Yep.
And so we have a commercial rate where we charge that, but anybody who is frequent flyer, is just too much that impacts our system, they need to get it done.
Right.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have 931? I just.
Yeah, that's, no, I've got 931, oh, yeah, that's what I printed
And
when I
it's-
was back there.
Yeah.
The two part, the first part is any apartment complex, which, we decide is anything more than a park.
Right.
No, sir. Of course, any commercial business, who are not otherwise contracted, we don't contract, with. I don't know how we work out the details. But I think we have a contract with everybody, that will pick up small business. And then,
Yeah.
I guess there's no more than 3 or 4 commercial size
Yeah. I mean,
entities that need to have, they probably know this.
That's what I was gonna say. Biggest part of them already do. I mean, as far as the commercial side of it goes, you know, we have a few businesses that we pick up twice a week, but they have that commercial rate. I mean, and it's, you know, it's minimal too. So,
So that's the ordinance, if we need that business now, and then if we have anything else there. Well, I know you're not talking about a few other things.
right. Okay. Yeah, this is good for now. So we need to pass this on first reading? Or is this, yeah,
That's the amendments.
right. Any,
Just for the record, first reading is always a time statement. I know a lot of times you just see it, but if there's going to be any amendments in order, the first reading is a good time to do it because then you don't pick up the reading. If we got to the second reading, this happens, there's nothing wrong with it. So if you get to the second reading and you materially amend it, that necessitates another reading that's at least way.
okay,
Just be aware of that. If you see something there, like, hey, y'all start to, send something out there and like it.
yeah,
First reading is a good time to throw out an amendment, get a second, and they vote
Yeah.
on it. See, and that way we don't put off this.
okay,
October meeting.
okay. Yeah, we had discussed, you know, having some penalties for people that, you know, put garbage out at times that are not appropriate, you know,
yeah.
cause a lot of problems that way. And we can do that between now and next meeting?
Yeah, we passed that ordinance once upon a time, that
Okay.
we already got that on the books.
Oh, that's, okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
didn't
why I'm getting
incorporate
pulled
it
up.
here. So I think it has the standard municipal court penalty.
Okay.
of $500.
I'm looking it up now.
Did it make
I
it
think we'll have
codified
to look at it.
ordinances?
We passed
That's what I'm
that
looking
not
at. Hope so.
before, Dust.
Okay.
I mean, because the problem we're having, is, you know, we'll go through and pick it up on Monday, and you know, Monday morning and then Monday afternoon, they got 4 bags laying back out on
Or
the
they call
street.
City Hall and say, oh, they didn't pick up my garbage.
Yeah,
Well, we also passed the, payment, the
yeah.
requirement containers. They're violating 2 ordinances, but if those are still on the books, I know.
That's what I was gonna say. We need to
I
find
know
that.
we passed the 40 or 60 gallon container,
Yeah.
we also passed the stuff.
Cause there's a lot on Ohio Avenue don't have a container.
Mm-hmm. How could we enforce that, Scott?
Citation.
Right. Okay.
Citation.
Code enforcement.
Right.
Everything in our books is a criminal violation, still allows for a fine or imprisonment, criminal violation, enforceable court. Hey, look, how everybody, when I get one,
Right.
would be, creative ways to have that. As you know, just throwing bags out there loosely, with all the, I haven't heard much about it.
Oh, it's bad.
Bears.
Right.
I will say, I have a trash bin, and they have tore the lid off mine. The bear has drug it down the hill and tore the lid off. So now I've had to get a new one. No. It's very aggressive.
While BJ's looking that up, let's go ahead to discussion about grass at the Marmet Cemetery.
Yeah, I sound like a broken record, I know, but people keep contacting me, wanting to know if there's anything the town can do. I just tell them that's the only thing they can possibly do, because it is private property, is for the town to write a citation to the owner, but that's not gonna help, I don't think. If she is struggling to pay to have it mowed, then putting a citation on top of it's not gonna help. So one guy did send me a message and said that he thought that there would be several people in town if we could have like just a cleanup day instead of setting a certain date and time, and maybe a lot of the men in town would just, or women too, come there, bring their own lawnmower, weed eater, or whatever thing, get it caught up, get it cleaned up one time, and maybe they could keep it, on top of it then.
We done that once before.
We did that.
Yeah, we did
done
that.
We've already done
So,
that once, and
But I don't know what the answer to the
Here's
solution
the
is here.
issue that I spoke with David once before on this, and she only pays him once a month, and instead of paying him in like every 2 weeks, she just pays one lump sum and just wants a cut once a month period. She doesn't want him to come back every 2 weeks, and I don't understand that, because most of the time you'll say, oh, well, if you get your grass cut, you want it done every 2 weeks. She just wants it done once a month and be done with it. And she's really hard to work with. We've talked to her. That's just how she wants it done. And now it's knee high again.
Then we need to start sending her a citation.
Yeah, because, seriously, in one day I got like 4
And not to
complaints in one
mention,
day.
he
And then
has-
some people want me to even meet them up there. I've met people up there, but it's just our hands are tied. It's
Well,
private property.
And not only that, but he's by himself most of the time. Nobody wants to help him cut that because it's such a pain. And it's just a lot of work.
Sending her a citation then, if that's what we're gonna do.
'Cause years
then we need to
ago-
Start sending it to her.
Years ago, whenever her husband actually was alive and had it, he paid an actual company that had like
Right.
10 employees.
Right.
And now she's just paying an individual.
Yeah.
And it's just hard for him to get anybody.
Well, and one person would have a hard time cutting that, really.
Yeah. It takes him at least 4 or 5 days just to get one side done. By himself.
So I don't know what the solution is here then. Maybe do send her a letter. I'm not sure
Scott,
if that would change things.
what can we do there? Send a letter to her?
Because
Yeah.
we're getting lots and lots of complaints.
Oh, it's all
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook every month.
Yeah,
I
and
know.
one lady said they were having a burial up there. She came from out of state and went up there to check it out. And said she literally had to go out and hire people just to mow the grass to get where they were going to bury a body.
Yep.
So she was pretty negative about it. She said she wished she'd known this before they purchased the cemetery spot. So
Yeah, and full disclosure, she called me and offered it to us, but, we'd have to look at the financials and
We don't
make
have
sure
the
that it was at
manpower.
least break even.
We don't have the manpower.
We don't have the
Well, no,
manpower to take care of
No,
that.
no, not currently, but, you buy a business, you take care of it. You hire people and.
Kinda weird, a town owning a cemetery?
No, not really.
We can't hire people now.
It might have to come to the point that, we all just chip in and pay for a company ourselves.
Well, knock yourself out, BJ.
Well, I mean, if she's not doing it, I mean,
Yeah. Like I said, there, I think, well, I'm not sure. I just don't know the solution. Maybe write her a letter. Maybe they'll start something. Maybe she'll,
Yeah, I
because
would
we are, at least I'm getting a lot of complaints. And like you said, it's on Facebook all the time.
Oh, it is, and I hear about it all the time too, but, it's like, that's my
Our
property.
hands are tied with it. It's just
Yeah,
nothing.
we can't.
Yeah.
We just can't go
So
up there
can
and
we get a
cut it.
letter out to her?
Yes, somebody just call, I don't know who the person is.
I can give
Okay.
you the info.
Okay.
They send me an email or message there and tell me who it is and details and their address.
Okay, and I'll let the folks know that the attorney's gonna send her a letter then. Okay.
All right, good enough. Next, have you found that yet? Okay. Next on the agenda is discussion utilizing Ben Morris Field and approval of purchasing nets to prevent errant balls from damaging property.
Field,
What's that?
let's update the field.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You guys wanna move up to the top? I'll do mine first from now on.
You got 10 p.m. every time.
I'll take care of that for you. I got your back.
We're doing, like, all right, I'm coming, like, the rec, we're doing, the kids are still playing ball. The main thing I'm doing right now is the ball field. Wednesday, we're gonna get the rest of the dirt, and by Thursday, Friday, I hope to have it completely done. We're trying to have a tournament for 8U travel ball, 4 teams, and they're gonna pay the town for the tournament. I'm gonna charge them $100 because Mike took all his time personally to help me do the field. It'll be
Sounds
done
reasonable.
soon. After that, I wanna try to get turf from Charleston, where they're returfing all the fields. I'm gonna try and get them to donate the turf to us. I've already talked to the rec director of Charleston, and we got the very next field, the very next complete baseball field that gets turf, so we can have all the clay from it. Like, we're on a list, like that's a lot. Like, I figure you guys can use it for something. It's just, I mean, we use them for the field. I don't know if we'll have that much. And I told another league they could have half of it. All right, the field itself, like, here's what, I need some money for the field.
Okay,
I need like a
what do you need?
load of gravel. I wanna poison the dugouts, all the weeds, and just put gravel in both of them, and then we ain't ever gotta cut them again, and it looks like crap, you know what I mean? Knock that out. Need a set of pegs. I need a pallet of turfus. It won't all be used now because it's about over, but like, when we reopen the field next year, it'll definitely need a lot of it. It needs 2 pallets really, but a pallet's $500, and one would be a good start until next year. I'm not gonna be able to use it like all like right now, but like eventually there's a couple things we just need. Like, right now, the big thing is gravel, pegs, turfus, and field chalk.
Yeah, just get us some bids.
How much?
So I just gotta find out how
Yeah.
much turfus
Yep.
stuff
3
is.
bids.
Yeah, 3 bids.
3 bids.
3 bids?
Yep.
If at all possible, yeah, definitely, yeah, try that, yeah.
Okay.
And they have to be from different companies, correct?
Yeah.
I would look into it. I'll ask my league where they get theirs from, and we'll try that.
Yep.
Does he have a copy of the,
I don't know.
I'll work it out. It's okay. I'm,
On that one.
Yeah, we'll get it, if you don't have it, we'll give it to you, so that way you've got your guidelines and you know what to follow when you come in asking us for money, that way you got your, got all your ducks in a row.
bids and all the turfus and all the good stuff.
Yeah, got
My
your
last
ducks
thing,
in
I'm
a
working
row.
with the Riverside Libraries for events for kids. I'm gonna try to do 2 or 3 a month. I won't do them on the same week, cause that was gonna be rough last week, and it was sad. The dog that got shot was our dog that was coming to our dare program. That's why we didn't get to do it Wednesday.
Aw.
Yep.
Officer Gaylor's getting a new dog. He's gonna get with me next week, and we're gonna reschedule. I think I'm done. Any questions?
Any questions?
Baseball, pegs for like, we got a set right now, but next, so we don't need them right now. Next spring, I wanna push the field back further where we have a lot of clay. It could be a high school field if you want to. It could be whatever you want it to be. That's amount. I don't need it all, huh? Base peg. We got a set right now. We got a good set of bases.
I
We
thought
need-
the bases was the ones that fit down in the hole. That's what we
They are.
had.
I need the pegs for that. We got one set. I'm gonna move it all around because we, like our mound was too close to the backstop. I know it's like a baseball thing, but like, we're moving it up, just remeasuring everything. And the new pegs will go out next spring, cause we'll have all the clay and all that to move the field out some more. And like high school kids and junior high kids will play on it. But right now, we're set up for a little league. And after I'm done, we'll be set up for travel ball older kids. And by next year, we'll be set up for high school. Next year, the field will be a very lucrative thing. Like, I hope to have 3 tournaments a week. You know what I mean? That's $200 a pop is a good rip. Next year, we're going to travel, like, not teams that are local, because I've talked to the league person who puts our leagues together. I'm trying to get Marmet affiliated with Mountain State again. I have like a small team here. I think I'm gonna try to find somebody here to coach them and get them together. I mean, it's good. Kids, like we got a lot of kids coming from Marmet going to two different
We
leagues
got a
of
lot
playing.
of kids from the elementary school.
And basketball,
That does that.
I've had your kids before. Like
Yep.
they're gonna give us some scholarships. I put that on the thing. I get about 10 from Mountains of Hope. I'll probably get 10 from Marmet. We'll get kids playing ball, and I'll find some up here to bring them.
That's what we're waiting on is basketball.
I dig it. I run my kids to death as it is.
We had Josh Cochran done a team from the elementary school that we have the shirts that say Marmot Elementary, and my kids played in it along with his.
We could. There's kids right here, right now, enough kids in this town to have 2 teams. And you could take them to Canal City, and like he'd probably give us scholarships for all of them, just to let them play. That's just food for thought. So yeah.
Yeah.
With that, guys, it is Monday
Well, you
Night
let me know
Football.
and I'll work with you.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. Thanks, Bill. Next, again, is discussion utilizing Ben Morris and purchasing nets to preclude the damage from the foul balls and such.
We had those.
Do we have the nets?
Yes, we did.
What
Don't know where
else?
they're at.
I don't know, but we had those because
Well, I
they were
thought
black.
Barry got
Johnny
those.
put them up
Johnny put 'em up.
because of, Jenny Lynn and
David.
David, no,
Courtney's.
Courtney.
I thought
Clay
we did.
Courtney.
I wonder what happened to them.
I have no idea, but they were black.
Yeah, right.
Johnny Walker put them up,
Mm-hmm.
had that covered.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
We
'em.
did.
I don't think they're in the rec building.
No, they're not in the
They're
rec
not
building,
in the
not
rec
unless they'd be upstairs, but
I've looked. I mean,
anywhere
yeah.
else, I'm not seeing nowhere.
Is it,
in-
what's upstairs down at the concession stand?
I don't know about that.
You have any idea?
Yeah.
But we had those nets.
I thought we did.
Sure did. 'Cause Johnny put them up, remember?
We did that back in 16, 17.
16, 17, we had those.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, let's check that before we do anything else.
Yeah,
with that.
before we buy them again.
That's a shame if they're gone. But
Yeah, things do have a way of walking sometimes.
Yeah, they grow legs.
okay, did you find that yet?
We passed something about 12-hour period before the garbage can be put out, but I can't find the ordinance.
Yeah, we may have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I've got
about.
where it was passed in the minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but just not.
I just don't know if it made the codified ordinances or not.
Well, no, it was when I was here, so it wasn't.
Okay, next is benefit bingo.
Yeah, there's a couple ladies from over Boone County do a lot of bingos for like schools, different things. And since we've got our license back, to gaming license, they approached me about they don't charge anything. They do it just to help the communities. And I had told them about me doing trying to raise money for the baseball, for the ball field fence. And she said that they would love to come over and do one. And they've also talked with the women's club. So I thought maybe the women's club and maybe we could partner together and have one. They go really big and they can really raise a lot of money doing it. But I just wanted to run it through council, make sure it's okay. It's not to do with money. The people pay to play the bingo, but the prize is not cash. The prizes will be donations from people here in town, the businesses, or whatever. So
So it won't fall under those gambling things or stuff since it's not money, right?
it still has, yes, it does. Even though it's you're paying to play, but the prizes, instead of giving you cash, will be, but you still have to go through the gaming license, get a permit to do it.
Okay.
Riverside has one of those every year for baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Sherman has them a lot, and
Yeah.
they do really, really well there.
Okay.
So,
Well, and that's kind of with, being schools and stuff, then probably us being, with the women's club being a nonprofit, then that probably shouldn't be an issue then.
but like I said,
Nothing
we
to
had spoke
jeopardize.
with her once before.
Yeah.
Terry and I had, and but I just want to get it okay through you know, to use the rec building and to have it and.
How about equipment? We got rid of all that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Years ago.
you know, they may have the equipment,
Okay,
the girls.
okay.
Okay.
I'll ask, that's a good question, I didn't think about that. I'll ask
Okay.
Yeah.
and see if they've got it, but I do know they do it. I think one of them is a retired school teacher and they just enjoy doing things to help
Yeah.
the community.
Okay.
So if it's okay, I'll get with Terry and we'll come up with the date and everything for that.
Okay. Do
That's
we need
good.
a vote on that?
I don't think you need a vote. I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm
so.
good, yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Okay,
That's good.
Okay.
thanks. All right, you still got,
I'm making headway.
just yell.
Hurry up, BJ.
Next is purchase of Halloween bags in budget.
Okay, Ruth brought me the Halloween bags and, we've still got like 170 Halloween bags. Last year we only gave out, wasn't it 100 treats?
I think so.
Yes.
Right, 100?
Yes.
So I think the 170 we already have will be plenty enough for Halloween, the treat bags. We just need to set a budget for, the candy.
Okay.
How much candy you wanna buy to fill the bags up with?
Okay, are we gonna do something there at that trunk or treat too?
Well,
That's different.
that's,
I know,
was the
yeah.
next thing, yeah. We'd also planned on, if it's okay with everybody, to have on the baseball, or the ball field down there, a trunk or treat on Friday night before Halloween. Now, here's my way of thinking of this, and everybody may not be on board with it. But we could do the trunk or treat on Friday night and get all the churches involved, businesses involved. Anybody wants to bring a vehicle there and treat these kids. Then if we have enough turnout and everything, maybe next year we could just, instead of have a trick or treat where the kids are all over the streets, just have the one night at the ball field. It's a lot safer.
Well, why not do that this year? Because do you think people will treat both days?
I do.
Well, they're not, no way, they're not,
yeah.
people are not treating both days. Your business and churches will do it. But
Oh.
people, individuals, where the kids go out here on the street.
That'll
Oh,
be on Monday.
that's why I didn't
Yeah,
know it was
yeah.
businesses and stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, but I'd hate to start this and do it on Friday night and not have a big turnout as far as businesses, churches, is the first time. And then the kids get disappointed because they didn't get a lot, and then cancel Halloween, or cancel trick or treat.
This is pretty much like a trial run.
Yeah, but I think if we really work at it and get all the churches in Hernshaw, here in Marmet, a lot of the businesses in Marmet, just throw it out there, hey, this is what we're doing, love for you to participate, bring your vehicle, and we can line them up, a lot of cars on that ball field.
You can get at least 50.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
If
and
not
that way
more.
all the kids could, go, and you're not having them run them all over the streets. But we would like to have the trunk or treat on, the Friday before Halloween.
Okay. What's the time on that, Francis?
Well, we haven't set a time yet. That's something, we just want to get the okay to do it
It gets
first.
dark at what?
Well, now it's not getting dark to about 7:38.
But we got the lights down there.
I thought we
Yeah,
did about
we still have
6:30
lights.
to 8:30.
6:30, 8:30, and maybe you
Remember
did.
that's-
We did.
That's what,
Yeah, it was 6:30 to 8:30.
Yeah, we'll see what
Okay.
kind of response we get.
Okay.
6:30 to 8:30 on the
Yeah, cause I know
28th.
Living
Yeah.
Faith, they already hold their own party already.
They used to. They do not anymore.
Okay.
I've actually spoke with Mark, and we're gonna hopefully Carrie's gonna talk to him a little more and see how many volunteers they can get.
Okay.
Yeah. But we could put it out there, anybody wants to bring a car and set up there and give out to the children. I think but getting them all there at one time, but trick or treat then would be on Monday night, the regular trick or treat.
Now, for this trunk or treat, was we going to? I know we talked at the rec meeting. Was we going to invite the PD, fire, and EMS?
Anybody wants to set up,
Okay.
absolutely, anybody. The more cars, the better.
So
6:30,
they'll,
it was 6:30 to
so they'll be
8:30.
providing their own candy.
Yes.
Right, everybody provide their own candy. So I think if we work at it, I really don't see why the town needs to buy the candy, give out there, and then give out again here on
No.
doubling it. I really don't.
Mhm.
I think the kids will be getting enough one time from us and from the town, and we'll try this trunk or treat, see if it goes.
When
Okay,
would
so-
ours be? Friday or Monday?
Monday.
Monday's the normal
with the
trick or
county.
Do
treat.
it Monday? Okay.
That's what the county's doing.
You're right.
Yeah, so that would be on Monday night, and we could do the trunk or treat on Friday night, and if it goes really well, then maybe next year that's what we do. Instead of kids going house to house, just go to trunk or treat at the ball field.
Okay.
Good.
Is that okay with everybody?
I like
Sound
it.
okay?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. One thing I wouldn't take into account is I know growing up and trick or treating and everything, is some kids do enjoy that house to house
House to
stuff.
house.
I know,
They do
that's-
enjoy it. And I
they
think
do.
if we did say, or we're gonna do the trunk or treat, you have to make it specifically clear, like, hey,
Yeah.
I mean, the option's gonna be there, of course, but, you know, from a town perspective. But I know kids, they like that walking around and wearing their costumes, getting the candy and everything, so that's something to keep in mind as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But we do need a budget for the candy for Halloween.
What did we do last?
We had way too much last year.
I think it's because it rained.
Cause it
Because it
rained, yeah.
Yeah, it rained, so, and of course, you just don't know what the weather, but if we got pretty weather,
We don't know what we spent last
No,
year.
not yet.
We did the
I
first
don't.
reading, right?
Yeah, first reading.
Did we
And
have
Ruth
a-
just
But,
left.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about amendment.
I don't know.
I say 500.
I think it was
Okay.
five.
Was it 5?
And I remember it was Hardee's, and he was constantly reworking it.
On this
And
one, on
it
that
never-
page here.
Yeah, I'm already getting
Never got
oppositions,
passed.
like,
Okay.
people
And I
like
still
giving it
got
out
it.
too.
I'm
I'm already
sure
getting
they're done on
messages
Do we have a first or a second?
Here, you
read?
go
Oh,
on
well,
mine.
then-
About the
Not
trick
yet.
or treat,
Okay, that's
and
fine.
people like giving out
I always
candy
forget,
too.
Jay always did it.
That'll be on Monday.
Got the money too.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good on the, what was the budget? Did
I
anybody
like
come
them
up with it?
coming in.
That's what we were
Oh.
talking, we don't remember what our budget was last year.
I think it was 500.
500?
Yeah.
With that being said, do you want me to go to Sam's and get it? That's where Ruth got it all last year? Just go there and load up with a
Yeah,
bunch of
I think
candy?
that'd be good.
Okay,
500,
$500, okay.
okay. Have a motion then?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion, do I have a second?
Make a second.
Second for Teresa, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, and the trunk or treat we discussed. Anything for that though? We doing it? Okay,
Yeah, we already got the bags and just gotta get the candy.
all right.
Francis gonna get that.
Date for Thanksgiving and budget.
I think that's gonna be
The
the
20th.
20th,
20th's on a Sunday.
Sunday the 20th.
Okay,
What time did we do that last year?
I know we started about
12 to 3 or
yeah.
something like that?
Well, delivery started at what? 11? 10:30?
No, no, it didn't start that early.
No.
No.
No, cause I came down and helped after church.
I think
Okay.
it was all 12 to 3 because
Yeah,
when it,
12 to
Yeah.
3.
12 to 3.
when it
Yeah,
was
I think
11
it
to
was
3
too.
before and we delivered, some people were still at church.
Right.
But
It was 12
Okay,
to 3.
12 to 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it was
that's
12
what
to-
it
it was
was,
12.
cause I came down and helped.
It's gonna be all delivery, no, they can come and get them, but they're gonna have to be on the list. And
Oh, you wanna go make a copy?
yeah.
do not call City Hall.
Who would you like everybody to call?
Becca Bass.
Just making sure.
Oh, Becca Bass. Ruth and
Tracy.
Tracy have enough on them already.
They do.
And Ruth is gonna be off with her surgery, and
Right.
Tracy's gonna be trying to do it all by herself, so I don't think that they need to call City Hall. They can get a hold of one of us, and that's it.
Facebook.
Yeah, there's
They can get
Facebook
us on
Messenger too.
Facebook,
Okay, okay.
whatever they wanna do, but do not call
And
City
you can
Hall.
Y'all can pass my number out. If someone messages you, if you get stopped, pass it out. Doesn't matter. I'll answer.
Did we get a budget yet?
Thanksgiving dinner.
I looked here, and
You'll go
we
25.
spent about 2
2,000?
last year. Of course, now it was
Yeah.
23 or 24 the year before, but,
Yeah, of course, will that be enough with the way as much as meat is raised?
well, I don't know.
Probably not.
I think the budget last year
3.
was 3,000.
Just to be safe, we would do.
You wanna do that again, just to be safe with the meat and stuff?
Yeah,
3,000?
I would think so. Yeah, cause I'm,
Ruth just done the thing for me today, and it was, $1,900, $2,000.
Yeah.
But with the meat and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause groceries is raised so much, you know, I'm kinda a little leery. And with it, the holidays, they'll easily
Yeah,
jack it
I-
up
I
even
take
more.
True.
Well, we want to play it safe and just keep it at
But I
3.
might need you to get-
Yeah, let's
Is
do
that a
three.
motion?
I'll make a motion, $3,000
I'll
budget for
second.
Thanksgiving.
Motion and a second for 3,000. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side.
All right. Date for the Christmas parade and Christmas party for the kids.
We've already got that down, the
Okay.
committee. It is December here. December the 9th.
12/9. Okay.
It's on a Friday night.
Okay,
We always do it on a night that not interfering with Charleston is, and I think St. Hall, is somebody else.
Yeah.
So the 9th, and, I've got down the Christmas parade and a kids party.
Do we need
Afterwards.
budget for stockings or anything, or we do?
Yeah, but honestly, we could hold off that till next, if you don't care.
No, that's fine.
What
That's
time?
October. The parade starts at 6 and the kids' party we put down at 7. Right after the parade, everybody always ended up, except last year, it was different and it was a big a lot of people at the parade came to the rec building looking for Santa, and it didn't happen. So I think we should go back the way it always was.
What do you mean it didn't happen? Santa was down there.
Not at the parade.
Not after the parade.
We did one night. Remember we went and stood in the rain and gave out stock?
I don't know, I sat in the car. I didn't go.
Yeah, we did have
I'm
2 different
talking
nights,
about-
didn't we?
We did on another night.
We did.
And you
Okay,
was
you're
down there.
right, you're right, you're right.
But yeah, do it all in one night.
Yeah.
They has been brought up
Christmas is
a couple times, we can
stressful,
discuss next meeting about lighting a Christmas tree.
Okay.
So we can do that next time
Sounds
too.
good.
Okay.
Okay?
Good deal. BJ went to find some language for the garbage thing, so, next item's,
That's okay,
no, it's okay.
I just had a question. Some of the different parades that's around, would it be a possibility for us to take like 1 or 2 of our trucks to them? Because they always support us.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I mean,
I don't see
wouldn't-
nothing wrong with it.
I didn't either. I just wanted to make sure. I mean, whenever I say, I mean like 1 or 2 trucks max. I mean, not like we do on ours.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I think it's good, really. I mean, you know,
Well, yeah, that gets everything out there.
We do the same thing.
yeah. Okay.
That's kind of where
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
we do the
you're-
same. Yeah, man, we said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's only fair.
I wouldn't assume
sure.
you do
Yeah.
Charleston.
Y'all
It's
go
gonna
anywhere,
be
Michael?
sitting in line
Oh, yeah.
for 4
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
I figured, I mean, you know.
Okay.
Be good, thanks. Renting porta potties for East Bank reunion. Debbie.
I think we need to rent at least one,
Well, and
because we're not renting the thing, but number one, because there's no electric. Number two, there's no bathrooms. But a lot of the East Bank graduates or whatever that are gonna be coming to this either live in Marmet or have lived in Marmet. So I think the least we can do is put a porta potty down there for a couple days and get it out of there.
and then that very next day is the town reunion too, the Marmet reunion.
That's
is
right, it's the 24th.
The very next day,
That's
so.
right. East Banks is on the 23rd on a Friday,
Right, it
and
is.
Marmet's is on the 24th. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Which
I forgot about that.
historically, and of course, I know the bathrooms are in no shape now, but we always did at least provide bathrooms that was
Right.
in the, Legion building, but those are
Right.
unusable right now.
But the place was rented. When you rent
Right.
it, then it's furnished.
I
But
don't
they're
know,
not renting them.
I don't think we rented it for them, not for
Yeah,
that.
you did.
Okay.
Mike
We-
Williams has always done it, because he told me.
Okay.
He
He
called,
paid for it?
he called me back in April, and it was on my thing here, and I've had it on here since he called me, wanting it that weekend, and he was gonna pay for it, and I told him that we couldn't do it. That was about the time we realized we didn't have bathroom stuff, and I called him back and told him since we had no bathrooms and no electricity, we would not rent it. First come, first serve, you know, and they're welcome to use it, but there would be no facilities. Yeah. And he called me, I'm talking March or April, is before people started calling asking. And matter of fact, I think Karen was one that gave you my phone number or something.
So we're not gonna put a porta potty.
It's up to you all. I'm just saying that that's, when it was rented before, that included the bathroom and the electricity.
That's right, but we're not renting it now.
Right, because,
But, because there's no electricity in bathrooms.
Well, I know Karen had talked to me today too. She said there was a lot of issues that, a lot of the businesses in town and stuff may not let them come and use the restroom and stuff, especially if several of them are coming and they're not buying anything and all that, you know. And I know, like, previously I had like emailed it, cause somebody had asked me about the 2 reunions or something, so I had already emailed the mayor previously. So, and so.
And see, that goes back to Plan A, that's all people from here. So, you know, I think,
Well, for 2 days, I mean, how much is it?
yeah,
It was what, 800 for 3?
For 3 days, like 200,
We
maybe
wouldn't
less
need
than
no
that. I don't-
3.
No,
yeah, I'd say 1.
one.
Cause especially since
I don't know if I can
Saturday
find that
is
or
is the town reunion anyway.
Right,
I mean,
right.
we're gonna
Yes.
need one down for that, or, you know, I mean,
That's
it
right.
is the Marmot Town reunion.
Right, and, well, the same thing with the East Bank reunion, you know, a lot of them
Is
either
from East Bank.
still live here or have lived here, you know, so.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we, at least get 1, maybe 2.
Definitely 1.
Oh, I mean, Dave, how much you say it was, Dave?
I'm looking.
He's looking.
Yeah, he's looking.
Yeah, 'cause I know we haven't had bathrooms down there, and it's been a minute. I think Johnny's the one, the last one worked on them. As far back,
Probably so.
and every time they were worked on and fixed, they got destroyed.
Yeah.
Right,
And there's no security down there.
right.
Is there picnic tables at Bill Wells right now? Are they all?
Yes,
What is it?
I was just asking, was there
Picnic
picnic
tables.
tables down
Yeah.
there?
Yes.
yes,
That's
Yeah.
what I didn't know if they was back down there yet or not.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that, I mean, it was Brian's good idea to buy these. I had no idea they were so cheap. If we could've done this in April, we'd have had them for the whole season.
and we could have been
Had-
charging rent for,
Yeah, had we known, but
Because
I
there's-
thought they were a lot more than that.
yeah, there was been a lot of people's called, and of course, we didn't charge them nothing because we didn't have
Right.
no facilities, so.
And that after we get the porta potties purchased and stuff, that we'll be in good shape for next summer.
Oh, yeah.
Did you find the price on those, Dave?
No, I'm asking Ruth. She hadn't answered yet, but 800 for 3 days, about 175. Probably about 175. I'd say under 200.
So,
I'd
2
say,
days.
put 1 down there just for the 2 days. I think that would be enough to cover it, don't you? 1?
I tell you what, you got what, two reunions going on?
Yeah.
One
Right.
day, then another day?
yeah.
How about 2?
Okay.
That's 2 days worth of,
Yeah.
quite a bit of people down there,
There we go.
Okay.
you know?
Yeah, I think so, I think 2.
I don't know,
He's
that's
getting
fine.
183
183
for 1.
for 1. So you're still looking at less than $400 for 2.
Yeah,
Correct.
correct.
Yeah. we'll
And it
need
would be
for 2.
again, really, because they wouldn't pick it up till.
Right. But have it brought in on Thursday
Yeah, picked up.
and picked up on
Monday.
Monday.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We have the East Bank reunion on Friday and the town reunion on
Saturday.
What's going on?
Did somebody make a motion?
To what?
We was
rent
hash,
those.
they
Oh,
was
okay.
finding out the price and stuff.
Rent
Get porta
the
potty.
potties for East Bank
No.
and Town Hall,
No.
and the Marmot Town reunion, both
What's
days.
the
Yes.
next day?
Why should we rent that? I mean, they've known for a long time that we didn't have it. They've known, we haven't done it for anybody else. That's not right. That's 2 votes, but, there's a lot of people at the reunion,
That lives here.
well, that lives here. That's fine and dandy, but we haven't done it for anyone else. That's not Who right. else has rented it?
Wait.
Don't get mad at me. I'm just asking who else has rented it.
Lots
But-
of people have rented it.
Yeah, let me say this.
Individuals have rented
Yes.
it. And
Now, one reunion had it, and they rented their own porta potties, because I told them up front. Remember your mom was one told me they brought them there and set them, come back and got them. They rented their own because they were told there was no bathroom facilities, no electricity. Now, I did offer Mike and them that if, ran it by one of them, if they wanted a food truck, I could possibly get a food truck down there for them, because there's no electricity. But nobody ever got back with me on that one, so. But I do know that one reunion, I told them up front, we will not charge you, you're welcome to use it, but no fee, because there's no bathroom or no, so they rented their own porta potty. And had it brought down on a Friday, and they picked up on Monday.
Thanks.
It's nothing against the people there. I mean, it's just, it's not right to do it for them, and we haven't done it for others. And they've known from the moment they said anything about it that we didn't have it. If they needed it.
The Marmette reunion didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Oh, yeah,
yes, they know.
I've told anybody.
Oh, yeah,
So,
from the very beginning.
But now with the East Bank, I've dealt with Mike Williams, is who I've
Yeah.
dealt with.
Here's the thing, is there not a solution that we can come up with without renting them? Maybe let them use the rec building instead, since we don't have bathrooms down there?
I can't find where
Instead of spending this money, can we not offer them something else?
Well, we got the dance on Saturday.
Well, they'll be out before then.
What time are they ending?
Usually, most of them are gone from the park by at least.
Yeah.
I mean, is this something that we might be able to talk to them about?
Yeah, let them use the rec building.
I'm fine
I
with
mean,
the rec
I'll
building.
open it up.
That's
and
fine.
go for
I
it.
mean, that saves us all this money that that
Yeah.
we're talking about spending for the porta potties.
Okay.
They're in the AC, they have water facilities, wash their hands, they have bathrooms. I
And it
mean,
wouldn't be that far from,
Why would the AC have anything to do with it?
But I mean, I'm
You're
just
supposed to
saying
go in
they're-
there to use the bathroom.
well,
It's still
well-
cool while you're in there.
yeah. And they have nice clean chairs and stuff to sit on.
yeah, well, at least they could wash their hands, and then that way we wouldn't have to worry about, because if they have to go out in town and the restaurants and stuff don't let them
Okay,
use the
then use the
bathrooms, they'll
rec
end up just leaving.
Get tired.
Okay, so,
So just open up, if everybody's agreement,
Open it up.
open up the
Okay.
rec. At least they got a
And
bathroom.
that's,
Yep.
okay.
and I can give Mike a call and let him know that,
Yes.
All right.
okay?
I don't care.
Okay, moving on, last item, well, no, next item is hiring part-time custodial worker. Is that you, Rebecca?
Yes.
Okay,
We had a meeting on, or not?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. And we.
Interviews.
Interviews on Friday, and we decided on one person to bring to you guys and see what you guys think.
Okay.
Do you have his app? I don't have it with me.
I
but-
didn't bring them, bring his,
His application.
thank you. It was Wayne Meadows. We interviewed 2 other people. He's been doing it, too. He has, which I didn't realize, he has extensive, experience for years doing that kind of stuff. From way back when he was even younger. And, we already know what kind of job he's been doing. So that was our recommendation.
okay. Any questions, or? I think the thinking there was, once things are in good shape, I mean, I think it'd be very minimal hours. Town hall and the rec building, and occasionally over there at the concession bathroom, if it needs it. And if we get anything built in the future.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, right now, town hall, a couple hours, and rec building 2 or 3, if that. I mean, unless you're mopping the whole thing.
Well, and there's some stuff we might want it like upstairs to do some in-depth kind of thing
Well, sure.
sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and remember, I mean, Tommy can take care of cleaning, getting things reorganized, let's put
Yeah.
it that way. And once that's done, it should be easy to take care of maintenance-wise, I would think, And again, I planned, to paint that building and kind of replace the bathrooms with new fixtures and, all my great ideas. I know I have a ton, I'm wear you out with them, but, we get that done, and I think there'll be a sense of pride to take care of it better, I hope. And, it'll
Yeah.
be, you
And
know,
we would wanna keep them clean and take
Right,
good care of them
exactly.
too,
new
because it
floors
is an
and everything.
investment.
I mean, in the bathrooms especially, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're looking at a minimal expense, $13 an hour, I think. Is that your recommendation?
Yeah, that's what we
That,
posted
that's our,
as.
that's our new part-time rate,
Yeah.
so. You got any other comments or questions?
Wayne does a good job. He cleaned that building for a long time.
Yep.
He's a good worker. He's a good person. So, makes sense.
And he does do a good job.
Yep.
I can tell the difference when I open that door down there, if Wayne is the one that's cleaning or if somebody else has been doing it.
He takes pride in doing it.
He does, and it just the smell of it, it's a world of difference. It
Yeah.
really is. He does a wonderful job.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I say, Tommy's gonna be swamped, so it'll help in that regard too. So, Bill?
Make a motion?
Yeah, you have a motion from Michael. Do we have a second?
I'll make a second.
Second from Teresa. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Under new business, West Virginia Health Right Recovery Groups.
Yeah, I had promised them that I would put this on the agenda because I had been trying to reach out to them to see if there was like any, mental health resources or anything for our police department. And of course, there was none, and maybe somewhere down the road, they might even help create it. But what since they're coming up here like about once a month anyway, just kind of speak with people and let them know about their programs and different things, they was wanting to know, if there was any way that, they would be permitted to start up some recovery groups. And Bill had already talked with them a little bit too. And the recovery groups could be for the actual people that's actually trying to work and, live in their sobriety and work their program, which that's, fine. But they also was maybe looking at some recovery groups or like support groups, I guess might be a better word for people to understand, maybe like for, relatives that are raising foster care children, or, or you have a loved one suffering from addiction and stuff, to get those supports and things for yourself. And it's not gonna be like counseling sessions, but it is like a group session, and it's basically mainly for support, ideas, just to basically to let you know that you're not alone. And it's can even serve as part as a respite, to give yourself kind of like just a break and be able to just disconnect it for a while. And they was wanting to, to get permission or see what all they needed to do, if we were okay with it, to let them to get these things started, because they want to be a help in our community, and they want us, to try to promote where they're already coming up, where people can kind of talk to them and find out, some of the free services and things that they offer. And they do offer a lot of stuff for people on Medicare and Medicaid and people with no insurance, whether it be for physical health or mental health. So I promised him I'd put it on the agenda and bring it up.
Okay. Sounds good. Any comments, questions? Sounds good. Thanks, Teresa.
Okay. I will give her a call.
I do. Sounds all right. Next is Good and Welfare Council.
I just want to thank everybody for Labor Day.
Yes.
Employees in City Hall, Street Department, Police Department, everybody sitting up here that was involved. Other than the rain, it went pretty well. Heard a lot of positive comments from everybody, so appreciate everybody's efforts.
Yeah, I got a lot of comments on the condition of the streets, so thanks. Tell the guys, look good.
Well, yeah, and even the ball field looked great, because the day after, Barbara had gathered up some of her litter getters, and there wasn't that much to get. So when I got to the party, they just about had it done. I said, well, I got a bag anyway, so I'll just hit the streets. So I did.
All right, any comments of the public?
I
before-
can.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said I can check it for you, but also too, I was gonna let you guys know, a guy from the DNR has offered to come up and speak to us briefly next month.
About bears?
Well, or that, or anything like in general, yes.
While you're checking on that, BJ pulled a lot of work from 2020, which I think is excellent as far as, I think Snook worked on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So-
can't find where they were passed. Scott said one of them was. I
Okay.
can't find it.
Well,
I don't know
let's
why it's not here.
pull that for tonight, the ordinance amendment for garbage refuse, and we'll take a look at this and see if we can incorporate this in the new amendment.
Yeah, easily
Okay,
add that to it, yeah.
sounds good.
I got you.
So we're waiting on anything from the public.
I just want to say the job that Tommy's doing now, painting the playground equipment, really looks good.
I think it looks.
It's all starting to match and looking really good, so.
Yeah, and to be thinking about like colors for the interior walls down there, yeah, because we like to get some color in there. I mean, it looks
We need
kind
it.
of drab.
Wish we had something that didn't show basketball prints.
Oh,
Where the kids play basketball, they always want to throw it up there if it's clean paint.
There was some questions asked before the meeting, and their questions have already been addressed, but there's not no new one that you've asked for
okay.
good of counsel.
Brian, you good?
Wait a minute, let's see. Okay, thanks, okay. Hold on, sorry, there was
Sorry.
quite a few on. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, do a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
A second?
I second.
Second.
We're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.